Welcome to the ClevelandMoto Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to ClevelandMoto Podcast number 557. Light 'em up. Oh, yeah. Giddy up. Oh, man. Well, welcome to the heat. We're bringing the heat tonight.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
A couple of days. Stay hydrated, people. Avoid direct sunlight whenever possible. Stay in the air conditioning. Moles and trolls. Never see the light of day.
Heated Pete.
Yes. It's just been... We got a good, tight crew tonight. To my left, we have...
Dan Kromke.
And behind the boards...
Steve Sleepy.
Next to him...
Johnny Mac.
In the trouble corner...
Sweaty Pete.
And behind the bar...
Tom Pennington.
And your humble narrator, Phil Waters. I'm looking at these photographs that were provided to us by the fine folks at Moto Hop, and it looks like John McElfresh has an admirer, because these are all photographs of the illustrious Johnny Mac and the Potato Game, and it's just really, really cool photographs. It's neat, and it's fun when somebody takes the time to document it, but then takes a little bit more time to print them out in very, very tasteful black and white.
I haven't seen those.
You haven't seen them? Pass these over to John. They're really, really sexy. You will like them. We had a great time at band camp. It was a fucking blast. John brought out his
1972 International Cub Cadet 75 lawnmower.
It was the hit of the party, though. Come on.
It was.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. He'd put it in crawl mode with the giant agricultural tires on the back. Giant meaning 6 inches, 8 inches?
Those are 4-inch rims.
4-inch rims?
Yeah. Yeah, and at one point, it was pulling the wagon and the inflatable with nobody driving it and just chugging it.
Chugging
Nobody
along.
even on it.
Total Ghost Ride the Whip. Yeah, 100%. It was a blast. We had a good time. It was great because we got to see all the young people that were there, and they were, tossing frisbees, riding dirt bikes, taking 9 million laps. I think Liam's still taking laps at Mid-Ohio. And I think he came out on 4 or 5 different bikes, and the one that shocked me the most was the highly tuned All-State Compact.
Oh, wow.
This thing was, you could hear it, and when it went by, you were like, well, that's not stock. Yeah.
And that's the only one I've ever seen run.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really, really good example of, damn, man, this kid's really got some skills. It's very strange to see an All-State Compact who's moving along and getting it, and he was getting it. There was no doubt that young man was on fuego.
Oh, yeah. What is his name again?
Liam.
Yeah,
Liam. And it was long hair blowing in the wind, and he was just crushing it out there on the All-State.
In a considerable amount of mud. I mean, it got to the point where it went from mud to ice.
Yes.
It was unrideable unless you were really brave. In fact, we even played a game of Black Cat Roulette there later on in the night.
Yeah, we did.
And it was like, all right, because I was egging Matt on. I'm like, go take a lap. You got to go take a lap.
You got to go take a lap. Yep.
And he ate shit in corner 2.
Jesus Christ.
It turned around on him, and it laid it down in the slowest, most comfortable way possible.
It was fun.
Yeah, and then somebody else went, and then the next person ate shit, and then I went, and then, I was able to go around several times and took a passenger.
Oh, yeah, you were 2 up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creme brulee of band camp is once there's enough rain that you break through the grass surface, then what you're treated to is grease. It is just grease.
It was one of those situations where the rear tire didn't have enough traction to push the front tire through the mud. It just wanted to turn around on you.
Wow, it was crazy. And we had such a good time, and the rain did its job. The rain made it more challenging and slowed it down to not deadly speeds, because the first night we were on that football field, and I was running full chat on the back straight.
I actually
and
got
there
a
was
compliment
plenty more
from Dan Hostelwick.
You mean Hot Stick?
Dan Hot Dick.
Hot Stick.
Hostel Dick.
Yeah.
And he was like, Johnny Mac, you better slow down. Because I was on one of the Black Cats, and I learned that if you don't let off the throttle, it'll wind up and stay going pretty fast.
Just keep your speed.
You just have to power through the turns. And I was flying around there. He's like, you're going to eat shit. And I'm like, well, I beat you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some of the greatest pictures, I'm going to throw this one up so the folks at home can see it. This is Liam after a few laps. Yeah, they were all mud people. And if you look over his shoulder, you can see the condition of turn one. And turn one got to the point where I was really happy that they stuck a bunch of hay bales in front of the cabin in turn one. That's really smart because that's where Nick ate shit.
At one point, I almost straightened out that corner myself. But I had the wherewithal. I'm like, no, don't go into turn one too hot.
Here's a great, want to throw this one up, Sleepy. Yeah, how cool is that? That is the definition of you own Bandcamp right there. Got your cooler, got your Little Tykes wagon.
The Little Tykes wagon was
you're just moving around.
Beat up at that point.
That Little Tykes wagon gave its life for this event. Definitely need a more robust wagon for that.
No,
for that
just a new
device.
set of wheels. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. You need a straight axle for that thing.
Yeah, I was actually riding behind Stan Jr. In the wagon when the wheels kind of folded in. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, the whole theme was Stranger Things, so it was kind of like an 80s theme.
Stranger Danger thing.
Stranger Danger thing for sure. And it was really fun. I think everybody leaned into it and had a great time.
Do you have a picture of Johnny and I doing the standing 69?
I don't know if I have it physically accessible right now real quick in a hurry, but I'm sure we can find it.
Johnny was like
Johnny Sanchez.
He's a
Johnny
ball of fire.
Sanchez, world record holder.
Yeah.
97 miles an hour on the Bonneville Salt Flats. Yep. He's not fooling around.
On a vintage Vespa.
On a vintage Vespa, but he's not fooling around. But you put him into the Bandcamp environment, and he's game on.
Well, it started out with him and Scotty having a pretty good slap fight.
That is usually how it starts.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
And then, then at some point, maybe the next day, I got into it with him a little bit and started manhandling him. And, and he's not one to back down. He likes a good thing, and he's a grappler. He is
a grappler.
He wants you to get me on the ground, but I wouldn't let him. And then he squirreled up me.
He did squirrel up you.
And then
This
the next
description is top notch.
the next thing you know,
He did squirrel up you.
The tragedy is Sean's not here
Oh, yeah.
for all this.
he's got his
That's true.
legs around my head and his face are in my balls, and I'm standing there like, this is interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Sounds like the Borat wrestling scene in the hotel room.
It is. Yeah. It really is. Yeah.
And then what I really wanted to do, which I never quite got him, is I wanted to grab him by his ankles and just spin him around and give him like a fucking proper merry-go-round.
Yeah, give him a real
How big is
merry-go-round.
with maybe a light release at the end. Just
He's
kinda,
not real big.
Okay, I was going to say this guy-
Smaller than Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, smaller
Okay.
than Oscar.
Just a
Fair
small guy.
bet. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
bet. Yeah.
Maybe just like enough release that he maybe does a tumble or two. But
Careful with the word release.
Yeah, who's releasing? You or him?
I can tell you that everybody was given as good as they got. There was absolutely no doubt about it. Every single person was given as good as they got.
the
It
rain
was
tamped
perfect.
it down a bit. I mean, you could just tell. I mean, people were going for a lap or two here and there. It was like, fuck this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. We really had a good time. The food was on point. I think everyone took a lot of pride, as they usually do with that rally. It's one of those ones where it's like, you got pull when you got people coming from Florida and you've got people coming from Denver, a lot of Canadians. You've got people that are coming a long way to be at that rally. So you know that you're doing something right.
A rally that everybody knew was going to rain from head to toe.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
guaranteed.
Yeah, and so I'm
Yeah.
happy with the number of people that did actually show up.
Absolutely zero doubt that it was going to pour. Yeah. So if anybody wants to see, that's Johnny Sanchez on his Salt Flats bike. So that gives you an idea what a 97 mile an hour Vespa looks like.
Super cool too. They had the upside down set up, so you could ride your bike through
the tunnel?
through the upside down.
Through the upside down. I took Swiggy's, before it got wet, I took Swiggy's dragster for a lap. And I was like, these are the wrong tires.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Speaking of the right tires, I
Yeah.
was so happy that I, delayed my departure by an evening to put on the knobbies on my buddy because those fucking things rocked.
Not only did they rock, but I lost my hat on one of my loops,
Yeah.
on one of my laps, and I was moving along really good, and the hat came off. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to cane it through the rest of this thing, max velocity. And I came up, and Casey had grabbed my hat, and I was like, okay, check this out. I'm going to run at him hard, freak him right the fuck out, and then I'll brake check it because I had stupid confidence in the front tire.
Yeah.
And I crushed the front brake on that thing. and it worked. And it worked. And the bike changed ends. So it worked so good that it was stopping me to the point where the front eventually, at like 5 miles an hour, the front started to go. And I just did a quick 180 and kept it together. Didn't go down, shockingly. Got my hat.
Yeah.
And I was like, John, these are the greatest tires that have ever existed at band camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a wet grass, you could almost do a stoppie.
Special note, those things, and you were wheeling it with no problem.
No problem.
It was wheeling easy.
$67 on Amazon.
Oh my God, that was good stuff. Yeah, that was just delicious.
They suck on the street.
Yeah.
Riding up here, there's all kinds of extra rattles, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just the tires vibrating the whole bike.
Yeah, the whole thing. Oh, I cleaned so much. The black cats that we took, yellow unit 1, 2, and 3, they did good. Only one of them lost body work. One of them lost body work and 2 turn signals. The one came home with about 15 or 20 pounds of extra mud inside the leg shields, like from somebody low-siding it, and it just scooped up all the terrain.
I
think
wonder if
that's the one Johnny Sanchez was riding.
Well, I mean, I think everybody was riding all of them.
I wonder if that might have been the one we were playing Black Cat Roulette with.
Oh, could be. It was.
It probably got dropped at least twice during that.
Yeah. Oh, it was. The Black Cats did us proud.
Oh.
The Black Cats were, we're going to have those bikes at Band Camp or Mid Ohio.
They're solid.
They did great.
For 50 cc's, they really punch above their weight.
It's kind of the exact amount that you need for those conditions. Any more, you'd never get going.
I mean, throttle finesse was very easy with that.
Yeah, with 50 cc's.
You can't give it really too much.
There's only caning it and slightly uncaning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. We had a really, really good time. I'm so happy that everybody that showed up got to grab many, many laps. Sean, on his first lap out on the lightly totaled buddy kick.
Stretched.
So, yeah, the stretch buddy kick that John and I de-stretched or re-stretched. But anyway, it's altered. And so Sean went out, and on his very first lap, the bike just threw him on the ground. And I was like, what the fuck was that all about? And I saw him come in. He picked it up, got it going again, and brought it in. He was like a little, spooked. And no, we're not wearing helmets or gear or anything.
Yeah.
We're just being stupid. And he came in. He goes, I don't know what happened. I was in turn 3, and I just all of a sudden, wham! It just threw me on the ground. And I was like, yeah, it looked very sudden. Like that was weird how fast you went down. And so he was sitting there as I was straightening some things out on the bike, and the front fender that was broken became more broken. The crash guard didn't help at all, and it just became a hovering device at that point. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking weird, man. And I'm like, well, you should probably never use the front brake anywhere out here on street tires. And he goes, oh, shit, I totally misremembered which one was the front and the rear. So when he was going around turn 3, he gave it a healthy handful of front brake. Oh. Not shocking that he found Mother Gaia in such a rapid fashion.
It's amazing how turn 3 gets everybody.
It does, because you have the back straight and you're going 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, because if I obviously missed this year, but if you're coming from 4, you can kind of full throttle from 4 all the way to 3.
Yes. So
like when I was there a couple years ago, me and Kevin were doing 68 miles an hour into fucking 3. Like,
so the weird thing is, we all start, we officially start at the, we start at the barn. Yep. Turn 1 is dangerous because there's a cabin right there. So turn 1 is all of
the hard way.
35 feet wide, right? So turn 1 is 35 feet wide, and the muddier it gets, the more serious it gets. Then if you swing 1 wide, you end up in Buffalo's camp every single time. And if you don't get in Buffalo's camp, you hit another cabin, and then you're in Cincinnati's camp. That's turn 2.
Yeah.
Now, turn 2, it is hell-bent for leather. 100-plus yards of the entire length of the football field to do nothing but feed it throttle.
Yeah.
And you look at turn 3, and it's 100 miles wide. Turn 3 is from you to the forest and the deep drop and the sudden stop.
You can round it any way you want.
Any way you want. In fact, hold it,
That's
so
what I was
you
doing
can
with
carry speed through third gear like a motherfucker. Fourth, then, you have to tighten it up, because if you blow your line on fourth, you end up on the stage on the barn.
And it's off camber.
And it's off camber. Yeah, and that's what it is.
And it's downhill a little bit.
Yep.
And by the end of the weekend, that was the worst corner.
My exit line for 4 has always been, if I'm being super snuggy and tight, I get the main straight, the number, the start finish straight, but I'm always willing to go over the hump in front of the barn, because I can use the hump over the barn to sort my shit out, bleed off speed, and I just use that as a fun little jump. Have a little yoop over the the ramp for the barn, and then get myself set up for turn 1 again.
By the end of the weekend, only the widest line possible. There was, if you tried to go tight, you might be going backwards pretty quick. Like it was like
I watched a lot of bikes going backwards.
You immediately just were spinning
Yeah.
and like trying to walk through it.
Skyler on that Lambretta. That Lambretta was shit hot, and he rode that all the way down from like northern PA. Skyler rode that bike down, and it was a fast Lambretta. And there were more than one time where he fed it too much in 3, and he was going sideways at the start finish. And I was like, that takes some enthusiasm to hold on to a bike that is in a full 180 degree drift or 90 degree drift. It was really cool. Yeah, it was neat. A lot of talent showed up this weekend.
There was a little bit of creek riding. I think I went first on
Yep.
my buddy and got it wet. And I didn't like the way I think I got water on the belt. That's It didn't feel
That'll
right.
slow him down.
So I got out of there after I washed it off pretty nice, and I think then all the black cats took a dip at some point.
I could tell that there was a picture of the black cats clean.
Yeah.
And I was like, they must have got in the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It
must
was
have
a
got in
little
the
high
river.
with all the rain.
The river would look great. I mean, if it would have
I
been
went in
hotter,
it.
we'd have all been in it.
I washed up a little bit. You know, I waited. I cleared out a spot in the bank, and I went and washed all the mud off my feet. And the water. I was like, you could have swam it, but it was a pretty good current.
It was a good current. Yeah, I was like, oh, that could be fun. But it just never got hot enough that we felt like we needed it. It was actually, from a weather standpoint, yeah, it was muddy. If you were out on the track, it was muddy. If you stayed off the track, it was fine.
If the sun had come out at any point, it would have been instantly necessary to jump in that creek.
Oh, 100%.
Because it was 100% humidity, and any sunlight would have just turned it into a sauna.
Yeah.
So you guys were dealing with river banks and fun,
Yeah.
and then I was dealing with banks and trust accounts.
Trust accounts.
I
my
still think
God.
you're stupid.
Banks
I would have
and
been
funds.
like, fuck all this. I'm calling off work on Monday. I'll deal with all this. I'm going to band camp. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I would have said, fuck that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hard.
I understand.
I should have. But
You
I-
made the decision you had to make.
Hey, man, I drive down there.
Yeah.
I drive down there Friday night. I party all night long. Saturday morning, I wake up at 8 o'clock. No alarm clock. Just God tells me to wake up before the 2-strokes start hammering. And then I jump in the van. It takes me exactly 2 hours. I jumped in the truck this year, exactly 2 hours on the money to get back to the shop, run the shop all day, and then Merritt and I DD-mowed out of the shop at about 3 o'clock. So we were on site at about 5. And it was perfect. And, I've been doing that for years, and I don't miss a sale. I'm there on Saturday so that I'm not being a dick to Renee, forcing her to, Iron Man that shit. Yeah, we were busy. It's a good thing I went.
You packed it up Saturday night, and I was like, I heard you go over.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think he's coming back.
No, it was 3 o'clock.
And then there was a heated discussion going on, and then I was like, we probably ought to go to bed, guys. 'Cause it was like,
Once I rolled Merritt was in there by 10 o'clock, 10:30. She was already put to bed. Once I rolled the roll-up door down on the U-Haul,
yeah.
it was just silent.
That's
You guys were 10 feet away. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, that's good. I was like, it is 3 o'clock. We are about the only people
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
If Phil went to bed,
Here's
probably
the
went
here's
to
the
bed.
picture I like. This is the wildlife photography.
Yes.
I love that. The black cats in their natural environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's perfect. That right there to me says a lot about band camp. Like what you can do when you're at band
The
camp.
pipeline that Sleepy and I and Nick rode up, though, had really overgrown. I should have kept the deck on the mower. I could.
Oh, God.
I could have cut the pipeline in.
Yeah, it's good times, man.
I was slightly tempted to take that across the creek. Just-
Look at this picture. I mean, come on, man. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
These guys are having fun. They know what they're doing.
We rode that creek like a mile up the creek. Just
You did?
in the water the year before.
Yeah.
I didn't try to go too far this year, but
Yeah, it's fun. I love that creek. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to find out it's full of like PCBs or all kinds of like nasty
Well, they all
Southern
are.
Ohio stuff.
they all are.
You're very close to where the what was the name of that town where the
East
train derailed?
Liverpool?
Sliverpool.
East Liverpool.
Yeah, Sliverpool. Yeah, you're very close to all that.
Palestine.
Palestine, Ohio. Thank you. Palestine, Ohio. That's right. Very close to Palestine, Ohio. Well, that's good. So I'm glad everyone had a good time. And of course, we always say, this is the warm up for Mid Ohio. And damn, we are warmed up. I mean, Tom's been kicking ass. We have so many bikes ready for Mid Ohio to be sold, and also for people to ride around on.
And Scotty gets honorable mention for doing the penis.
Oh, he did a penis
proper
burnout.
He did a proper cock and ball special.
Yeah, proper cock and ball special. Very, very artfully done, I gotta say. Yeah, looked perfect. By the time I got there was no doubt of what had happened. Is the aliens had landed and done crop circles in the form of a cock and balls. Yeah, it was very, very on point. Yeah, we just had a goddamn good time.
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Yeah, I think everybody was it was exactly the right pressure relief valve. Oh, here we go. I'm going to throw this up. This is not the full, but that gives you an idea what was happening.
That's something.
Yeah, there's not. That's the point where if your night gets worse after this, go to bed.
Well, I mean, there's only one loser in that situation,
Right.
there.
The standing 69 of that particular sandwich of Johnny Sanchez's literal looking up your butthole. Yeah, that was
If
that
I
was
could have
definitely.
only farted.
Or if you'd have just dropped to your knees at that point. Yeah.
Well, I did pick him up. I'd suplexed him at one point, and I was going to drop him on my knee, but I didn't want to hurt him.
No, you don't. I mean, these people are all our friends, and again, you don't want to harm them.
But then he was like, "You should have done." I was like, "I was going to drop you on my knee." He's like, "You should have."
You should have. Here's to you for not doing it. Shame on you.
The limo was fun.
The limo was a blast. These guys brought a $500 Lincoln. I'll go ahead and throw it up for the folks at home so you can see it. There's the $500 Lincoln.
Where'd they roll in from?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
parts unknown.
That's the Snakes.
Is that Snakes? So
That's
they're
Snakes.
up from Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That must have been a hoot.
That's showing up in style right there, my friend. And look at that. That sunroof is open. The moonroof's open.
Oh yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
I was riding around on top like a prom queen.
You got all kinds of meat on board.
I mean, and you got a built-in camper. I mean, it's perfect.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's 5 stars for van camp. Yeah. That's classy accommodations right there. Yeah, I love it. I think that's just beautiful. Again, van camp. This one time.
It's not a
Bandcamp.
hearse.
It's not a hearse. No, we've done hearses. Yeah, we've proved hearses can be done. Yeah, super cool, man. Very happy. We got a $20 member, Bronze Cole. Fucking stepped up and just was like, here, stand back. I'm going to throw the door open at $20. He gets everything. He gets the whole deal. He gets the whole enchilada. He'll get the party pack. He gets access, the whole thing. He gets the punchlines, everything. Absolutely. And Eric Tolton's in there at $10, so he also gets the vast majority of things. Fucking A. We are super happy to have Patreons jumping in.
Chris is at home working on jokes for those guys right now.
Oh, he is. He's just scrawling down jokes.
He's pouring through every old episode of Paul Harvey he has on record.
Yeah, there you go.
And that is the rest
It's
of
the
the
rest
story.
of the story.
So some of our listeners might be too young to remember Paul Harvey.
Exactly. Right. You know.
Which means the jokes will be fresh for them.
Yeah, it'll be brand new. The other thing that I wanted to bring up is kind of interesting. We were talking about two-strokies and all that stuff because that's Bandcamp. Bandcamp is definitely there's a lot of ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding going on. Mm-hmm. And we can't get the Aprilia that they're selling in the rest of the planet as a GP race replica, the Aprilia RS125. Now, they've been doing this since 2009, basically.
Yeah, somebody rode one in the Lake Erie Loop.
Yep. And they've come out in different iterations, but it's not available in our country.
But I think that motor is actually a Yamaha motor, a YZ125.
I'm not 100% sure, but
it might be.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It might be the deal. So it is modernified for the European market with quick shift, traction control, seems wild, dual channel ABS. I mean, a lot of really, really cool stuff for a 125cc bike. And what I think is really kind of fun about it is it's 17 horsepower. And 17 horsepower is just that amount where it's like you constantly have to be on the pipe. You just never, ever, ever can back away from it.
You would think it would be a little bit more. I mean, a YZ125.
I would like to remind you that is 17 horsepower Euro 5 Plus compatible.
Okay.
So I think that if you're willing to forego the Euro 5 compatibleness and slap a pipe and an ECU on there, that you're going to be getting considerably more in the horsepower range. Really cool. I think it's neat. It is an interesting thing because if we were able to buy that bike, that would be $7,100.
Whoa.
Right. So $7,100. You're getting a lot of things for your $7,100. And it is a little different, keeping in mind that when we buy things in the Americas, it's $7,100 plus. And when you buy things in Europe, it's $7,100 on the road. So there's a little bit of a change there for, if you want to shift it a little bit and be like, that would be like if you bought it in the United States for $6,100, you'd be $7,100 out the door.
Older models used to have a Rotax that put out 35.
So that 35 horsepower Rotax was the one that when I was working at Supersonic, we had a couple of the guys come in we installed a lighting rig for one of those guys. And to tell you where I was in my personal experience, the guy showed up with little Aprilia boxes. And in the little Aprilia boxes were all of the lighting rig. And it was $1,300. And I was like, you just paid $1,300 to put lights on your little GP bike. What is wrong with you? And now in today's money, I can understand why he did it. Because he was rocking an RS-125 with 30 plus horsepower on the street with a lighting rig, totally legal, completely legal. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, he was a customer of ours, and it was neat. It was pretty fucking awesome. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. What I thought was very funny was I took 5 minutes to take a look and see what Aprilias exist on planet Earth outside of the United States. And it turns out they have a lot more bikes there, a whole lot more bikes there. Obviously, they have all the 125s for the 125 learner legal status. So there's the RS 125, the Tuono 125.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Can I put the picture up?
Let me go ahead and pull it up for you. There you go.
Yeah, it's a V4 125.
Oh, I don't care. That's dope looking.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that sexy?
It's like I want to pet it.
I want to take it on the new go-kart track. That's,
that is adorable. Yeah. Little Tuono. It's
Think
so
about it.
cool.
So, like, okay, the dad has the 1100 V4. Mom's
Yes.
got the 660, and fucking Junior's on the 125.
Junior's on the 125. You
What
get the
a
whole family on Aprilias.
And then in 12,000 miles, you can spend $46,000 getting all the bike's valves adjusted.
Also true.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm like, it's just a fun, it's a fun, cool world that those exist in. I just think that's badass. I'm a big fan of that. And then the other thing that we don't get that they do get there are the RX 125 dirt bikes. Cool. So they get the RX 125s, the SX, and the RX, which are also really cute bikes. Again, just being fun and different and weird. I just think it's funny that, that's the market they're leaning into there, because that whole 125 learner legal status is such a big deal. And it really is. It's neat. I'm a big fan. They also get scooters that we're probably never going to see here. When you look at the GT400, that GT400 scooter, that's some of the dealers in the United States are going to be getting those. So if you have to have one, call your Aprilia dealer, because that's a thing. That's the Rally replica one. I think if you happen to be buying this bike and you don't buy the Rally replica, you should probably have your fucking head examined, because it's cool. It's a neat looking scooter. It's one of those things that it falls under the category, like, if you're going to have one, it's got knobby tires, it's got upside down, it's got remote reservoir shocks on the back. It's a cool looking bike. For modern scooters, it's pretty sexy.
Every dude at track days that has like an actual like $400,000 toy hauler would have that just to go to the meetings.
You would have to have that. Yeah. You would win pit bike at that point. There's absolutely no doubt about it. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. So it's always fun to take a look at Aprilia's website and see what they get that we do not. Pretty neat stuff. I dig that. There's a lot, as we're getting into next year, there's all this talk about, well, this new company's new bike and that company's new bike and everything else that's coming out. And it seems to be a whole lot of it's happening in the small segment, the under 500cc segment. And people are putting a lot of fucking R&D into a whole bunch of 500s and a whole bunch of smaller than 500s. Clearly, they're shooting at the money people have left to spend. Yeah, that's not, every single company out there. Moto Marini's got their 1200, and I said I will order one in when I have an order, when I have an actual deposit. I'll be happy to order a 1200 in, the Escape 1200. I'm not holding back other than I don't want to be sitting on a 26 when 27 rolls around the calendar.
Right.
Because that's not a cheap bike. I mean, 13,000, but it's like 13,000 of my money.
Yeah.
I heard you sold a Vittori today.
I did. Some fucking dude showed up.
Late.
I had to wait 45
dick.
fucking minutes.
What a dick. What
Sucker.
A dick. Fucking dick.
45 minutes. So, yeah.
You found a sucker to buy one?
Look, he was also talking about buying the 1200.
Well,
so I'm super happy that he didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, how fucked up is that? I just told you guys I would order an Escape 1200 if somebody gave me a deposit up front. But I'm actually thrilled that he bought the Vittori.
But that same dickhead has a fucking
Africa Twin.
Well, I was going to sell the Africa Twin and get the 1200. But I can't do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with the Africa Twin.
Correct.
Like, it's such a good fucking bike.
I completely agree.
And it doesn't have the computer stuff, but I don't want it on that bike. It's a great commuter. I have it set up exactly the way I like it. So that was not going to benefit anything except for like getting my balls tickled by having a new big bike.
Right. Exactly.
But it didn't fill a hole of something that I didn't have.
Correct.
And like, going off road on the Africa Twin with my knees and stuff, it ain't something I can do anymore.
But you still found a way to get your balls tickled.
Well,
Yeah. It was just for half as much money.
Half as much money.
Yeah. For half as much money, same ball tickling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, as I demonstrated in the driveway, I can lean it over 45 degrees and pick it up without killing myself.
It's a very lightweight bike.
Yes.
And it's super fun to ride.
You didn't have to get your steppy stool out to get up on it either.
No standing
You
on
didn't
the
have
peg.
to press the button and deploy the stairs.
Yeah. but for some reason, all the dudes in Cleveland now, all our guys that we ride with and do small bike stuff, also have 300s and 450s. And they're all going and doing this. And so they wanted me to go, and I was going to go on the Africa Twin, and I'm like, this is dumb. And so I never had one of these, so yeah.
And I think that, I personally am going to make it my business to explore that goat, pieces and parts of that goat trail. So I'm very excited about going out and getting the KLR dirty and that kind of thing.
I'm interested to see how these tires on it do off-road.
Yeah.
They look like they could probably do gravel.
One of our podcast listeners in West Virginia who we sold a Vittori 450 to was like, oh, God, this thing's awesome. It's just
like I could offer,
like,
if you book a 3-day rental in my Airbnb, it could also come with a Marine Corps KLR 650.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
To one of our lucky podcasts.
Holy shit. Yeah, well, we'll set you up a rider share for that one.
Maybe,
Yeah, that's the way to do that.
And you're at the top of the goat.
You are at the top of the goat.
Yep.
It's all downhill from there. Yeah. We're all uphill down.
Better than
from there.
starting at the balls and coming to the head.
To the head. I totally agree. Yeah. That's I'm pretty excited about you getting that Vittori. I think that's going to be great. Yeah, it's cool. And I think you will use the fuck out of it. I think you will actually ride the hell out of that bike.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think there's
How are you getting home tonight?
On the bike.
He's already got it.
I had my wife drop me off, so she even knows about it, and she's not mad.
No, that's pretty great. Yeah. She seemed to have the full seal of approval while she was there. She was very happy about it.
I explained to her how like all the bikes in the garage don't do what that one does. And
correct.
So she didn't understand that, but she said, "You're happy, fine.
You're happy. Fuck it."
Yeah.
I totally agree.
And then she said, "I'll be, doing something with a horse or I don't know."
Yeah, that's fine.
She followed it up with something.
She just saw that as pictures. You spent a bunch of money. Well, I can now spend a bunch of money.
No.
You know what? That's still the joke is it's still Vespa 150 money.
It is.
It's still Vespa Primavera money.
Speaking
That's all
of
that
Vespa
is.
money, John, did you get something new this week?
Well, speaking of not showing the wife,
Oh, you did a great job of parking that fucking thing. I saw your picture, dude.
For a very small garage, you've hidden that fucker.
So, Johnny Mac, what did you buy?
I acquired a 1977 Honda Goldwing GL1000. Now, I've been looking, it's one of the things that I check on the marketplaces. And I would only want to own a spoked wheel Goldwing, a GL1000. So I I would prefer like a 75, but then I saw this one. And, it was just a picture. It popped up, $750. I'm like, oh, that looks in really good shape. And then I looked at more pictures and I'm like, oh, it's in perfect shape. It's the original owner. It's never left the garage. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So I immediately, like, if I'm at all interested in something, I've learned you message the motherfucker right away.
Yeah. Don't wait
And
around.
I come in hard. I want to buy this bike. I can show up tomorrow with trailer and cash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my opening line. If I do or don't, it doesn't matter. I usually get I got a response. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, how about after 5 tomorrow? So I got him on the line for it, and then I was hemming and hawing. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't have the money. I mean, you're supposed to be paying your credit card down. You're and I'm like, fuck that. I'm at least going to go look at it. And if I really don't want it, I'll walk away and take my money and put it back in the account.
That's true.
So I got every penny out of the account that I had to my name. And I hauled my ass out to Brecksville. And lo and behold, there it was. So started looking it over. I'm like, yeah, it's as good as it. I was very excited, but also, you know, I'm seeing that the timing chain belt covers are loose. I'm seeing a box of parts. The carbs are off. But and he's like, Dad took it down. He rode it every year for like 35 years, every summer. It has like 35,000 miles on it. So he basically, for the 35 years, he put about 1,000 miles a year on it, which is perfect.
Which is actually what you want to do.
That's good, you know. But then it finally, the carbs fucked up. And when they fucked up, he parked it, he pulled the carbs off, and then he was going to go, it looks like he was going to go over a lot of things. So he took the front brake caliper off. He was going to do the timing belts, but he couldn't get the covers off because of the crash bars. He pulled the water pump housing and stuff, but all that was in the boxes and everything is there and it's bagged and tagged. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
So I'm like, so you're asking $750 for it. What do you gotta have for it?
Right.
And he's like, $500. And I'm like,
okay.
Do we have a picture of this motorcycle?
I put him on the podcast chat.
Oh, you did? I'll pull him up for you.
That's there somewhere.
Give me a second. I'll find him for us.
But it's a beautiful color of blue. I like that color of blue. I like red, but that's a really nice blue. 77's a little different than 75 and 76, which Phil put in the show notes, that one article by
Cycle World. 1977.
It was fantastic. You know, just a few changes like the handlebars, the seat. But I guess it actually thickened up the engine cases in 77 for noise, although noise has never been a factor on a Goldwing. They say there's no exhaust noise at all and just a little bit of whiny, turbine sound from the motor. So I'm hoping I can get to that point at some point.
Yeah, I think that, as far as if one wants to have a Goldwing standard, meaning not an interstate, not any of the above.
That is the only Goldwing I've ever been interested in owning.
Correct.
I want the standard. I want the plain Jane, most normal motorcycle, and it even has a kickstart.
Yes, it does.
Hidden under the right
You just
side
have to
panel.
open the gas tank to get to it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's all. It is really, this bike is clean. This bike is crazy clean.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever seen rain.
No.
It has a little bit of light patina on it here on the chrome, but it'll wipe off. I wiped some of the chrome, and I was able to take the minor amount of pitting on it.
Just it is really impossibly nice. And it is just about the nicest, 7567
not a tear in the
that
seat.
I've seen. Just immaculate. The seat looks perfect.
No rust at all.
The paint is great. Yeah, so it really is a gorgeous bike.
There are a couple close-ups of the tank. Like, it's not a scratch on it.
The 77 had the ape hangers from the factory. So that is a little bit odd. So that's an acquired taste kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. You could always get, a set of loaded bars off a 75 or a 76 and swap them out. But probably not. I'm cool with just letting it be what it is.
I totally agree.
I'm going to be a caretaker. I'm going to clean it up. Theoretically, I will get this running within the next 10 years.
Sure.
John, this is the motorcycle version of you.
It's amazing how bruisery it looks.
It is. Yeah,
it's got like a bruiser look to it.
It does, yeah.
I've always liked the original Goldwings. I've wanted to own one. I've just waited a very long time to find this deal.
The right one.
The fucking $500 beautiful body, beautiful shape just needs work. And yeah, I jumped on this
Man.
like a fucking seagull on a French fry.
If you weren't a purist, dude, I got a set of ZX6R forks that would fit that. We could make them fit on there and get some handling. Oh.
But I won't
I
do
know,
nothing.
I know,
I'm loath even, Phil's talking to me about doing a single carb conversion and probably should do electronic ignition, but I'm not.
You're not going to do it.
I'm not.
You're just not going to fucking do that. You're going to leave it exactly the way it is. The only thing that's going to happen is that 3-foot tall sissy bar is going to slide out of there.
I hope so.
Right.
Yeah.
The sissy bar is going to slide out of there. It's got the immaculate, the high riser seat, which was for 77.
You take the sissy bar off, you're going to gain 20 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Top end.
Fuck yeah.
Well, that article, they were like, we hit 129, and it wasn't even close to revving. You know, so I mean, it's 82 horsepower.
It's just fine. It's just fucking perfect, is what it is. It's kind of amazing. That article's great. I love the fact that that's a 1977 article.
Yeah.
And if you, I love where it says, Goldwings simply don't accumulate showroom dust. Honda sold 12,000 of them during the inaugural year of 1975 and 21,000 in 76.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's not small numbers.
It also goes on to say, though, in that article that it was $1,000 less than like a comparable BMW, Moto Guzzi, like all the other bikes, or Harley Davidson. Mm-hmm. And it's way, 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 way more technologically advanced.
It is.
Like you've got liquid cooling, a great electric start, not leaky. Well,
boy, and that's saying something there. I mean, when you think about the technology that it had.
Turbine smooth, 82 horsepower.
Yeah,
I don't know I don't know if it'll go up. It's not a 10,000 RPM motor. I don't think.
Let's see what they say.
That is one thing that I could tell was changed out on the bike is the tach.
They say that it goes to 11,977 RPM. No, gear ratios overall. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Never mind. Excuse me. I was being very, very careful about that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. But it does. Oh my God! It does say 11,000 RPM. Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck?
Nice.
I mean, I know it's a smooth motor and I know it's well balanced and everything, but I didn't think it was still 11,000 RPM motor.
Engine RPM at 60 miles an hour is 3,500.
Great.
Okay, that's perfect. That is absolutely.
Isn't that the engine that you can put the nickel right on the cylinder head and it
That's
won't even
any
roll?
Honda.
Yeah, but it does on their RPM track. Their RPM guide says that it hit the standing start quarter mile at 101 miles per hour at 10,000 RPM.
Yeah, they were getting like a 12-second out of it.
Yeah.
And then it blew the clutch. The clutch is a weak point.
It's
not made for launch. The weight of the bike and the clutch just didn't work out.
Yeah, and
But 77 was upgraded.
Yeah. Yeah, 77 was upgraded. So, yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very, very interesting bike. 13.1 in the standing quarter at 103 miles per hour. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome.
They said they were working towards 12.
Yeah, and they said
if you're at 13.1, a little bit more, and you're in the 12.
And 100 and top speed actual at 6,800 RPM. They were saying 115, but that was only after a half a mile. So they didn't do a maximum speed test. They only had a half mile to play with. So yeah, it's a really interesting review.
A CB750 making 67 horsepower will do 125,
right,
or 130.
Yeah.
So I would think that one should be able to. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's I think that it is exactly what it always has been, a completely perfect flat four. And I think that you've nailed it right in the butter zone.
I'm happy.
You literally got it right in the butter zone. It's exactly. I wouldn't want anything newer than this.
Tom hates it. Fuck him.
Good.
Well,
he's afraid of vintage Hondas. He's like, I wouldn't work on that. If you gave me $1,000 deposit, I wouldn't work on that. I'm like, I wouldn't let you work on it, Tom.
Good.
I wouldn't.
You know who else won't let me work on it?
Me,
my boss.
Right, the guy that pays for shit. Yeah, the guy who pays for the shop. Right. No, we're not playing that game. Yeah, no dice.
Oh, fine, you'll fix everybody else's Goldwing and everybody else's bullshit, but you won't fix mine. I see how you are.
Yeah, no chance of that. Yeah, today was just another day at the shop of me just saying no to people, just like violently, aggressively saying no to people. And just yesterday, a person wrote in on a Scarabeo 500, one of the ones that had the power assist brakes and all the Scarabeo. I think, Tom, is it right to call that particular Scarabeo 500 a GT? Because it's got the power assisted brakes.
And all the
it's got everything.
Yeah, no, that was a weird.
The Scarabeo GT. Yeah, they showed up on one of those. And they're like, I bought this yesterday. Cool. And I don't remember talking to you. So you did the whole ready, aim, fire business, didn't you? Yeah, so I need to have the center stands broken. I need an air filter because the air filter's hanging out of the air filter box. And I think I need an oil change. And it won't go above 45 miles an hour. And that's a bike that will go 100, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't look at those. I don't touch those. In fact, get it out of my parking lot right now. I don't even want it out there. I don't want people seeing it and thinking they can bring that shit in. Yeah. And they were just like, wait, what? And I said, I'm not joking. I don't want that here.
How old is it?
It's whatever year, 2006, 7?
That was that weird time when Aprilia wasn't owned by Piaggio yet, but they were using Piaggio technology, and that thing was just a...
Did you actually sell one or two of those at one point?
We never did.
Okay.
We were an Aprilia dealer for a very short while.
And they're very round.
For very good reasons.
Extremely roundy. And they are the ultimate touring scooter, 2006. Yes.
If you don't count a Silverwing by Honda.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, this is what...
This has got bigger tires and more tech than a Silverwing. It's really...
I think it does.
Yeah.
By a fucking long shot, too. It does. It has way more tech than Honda Silverwing.
It doesn't have a twin-cylinder liquid-cooled 650 engine, though, does it?
It has a Rotax 500 4-valve engine with power-assisted brakes, front and rear, and electronic-powered luggage. Push button, all the luggage opens. It's crazy
Nobody
weird.
needs all that crap.
It's so dumb.
Honda.
It's so dumb.
Silverwing.
It's so dumb.
Honda.
And there are actually two of them on Marketplace right now.
Oh, yeah.
One in chocolate brown and one in silver.
Oh, God. It came out in this flesh color. And when
you had to ride
those fucking
things.
If you had to ride from here to anywhere, which would you rather ride, that or a Silverwing?
It's a tough call.
Silverwing will get there.
Just say it, Silverwing.
No, I fucking can't stand the riding position of Silverwings.
You know what?
Your feet are out in front of you, puts all the weight on your fucking tailbone. Your hands are in the absolutely wrong spot. I would actually rather be on the one that you had, the BV500 you had. Perfect riding position.
Yeah, it was good.
That is nice.
Perfect fucking riding position.
And it was a fast bike.
And still well over 100 miles per hour.
Still, one of my greatest moments of my entire life ever was on that bike. I was way out. It was after my hip operation. That's why I bought it, because I couldn't ride a motorcycle because I couldn't get my leg over the thing. And so I was out near that geodesic building.
Yeah, the geodesic dome.
By Punderson and all that way out there.
Bucky Fullmeister.
And so I'm cruising down
Bucky
this 55 mile an hour road, and this dude on a Sportster comes to pass me. And I was like, well, I'm not going to let him pass me. So I just gave it the beans, and I hit about 100, and he couldn't keep up. He was behind me the whole way. So we got to the stoplight, he comes up next to me, and he goes, if it goes 100, why'd you get a scooter? And so I just looked at him, and I'm like, I'm gay. And he didn't know what to say. He was just looking at me. Like, it was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, pull this picture up, because this picture really encapsulates how ugly it is.
That is an ugly scooter.
It's a supremely ugly scooter. Yeah, it's a supremely ugly scooter. Triple disc brakes, and the brake pressure accumulator power brake diverter valve ABS system.
You're hurting my head now.
Is just waiting to fail.
Doesn't the Silverwing also have linked brakes?
It has linked brakes. It doesn't have an actual power brake booster like your car does.
That work really well?
They do. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Right. The top of it looks like an old vintage Vespa got smashed onto like a VW Bug front end.
I just know that whoever designed this was so proud of their work in 2006. They were like, this is it. This doesn't look like one of those fucking reflexes. This doesn't look like a fucking Silverwing. It doesn't look like a Bergman. This is for classy people who have money. And it's just fucking disgusting.
Until you get to the leg shield, it looks like the other Scarabeo, the 125 and the 250.
Yeah.
And then somebody just went, you know what? Let's just silly putty the hell out of the front of
it.
Let's keep going.
I like
keep going.
I like the seat pad on the front fender too. That's a nice touch.
Is that a nice touch? Yeah. And this thing had weird chrome highlights and all these weird spots. It was just this
And an oil drain that you oil dipstick that you couldn't reach without probably tearing
That's
off
right.
four different panels.
You had to take the whole panel off on the right hand side to check the oil.
Dumb bike.
Dumb bike.
Get a Honda
Super dumb bike.
Silverwing rules.
Bergman.
At no point 20 feet in the air did we ever see the wings ever deploy.
I will.
The silver wings did not deploy.
A BV400 is a close alternative to a Silverwing, but the Silverwing is still, and you're not even talking about like the Helix or the Reflex.
And you can take it off some sweet jumps.
Yeah, right.
AK 550, man. That's still one of the best scooters.
Did not like the Ergos. Love the motor.
Yeah.
Motor, a delightful motor.
But then again, the GTS 300. That's an experience.
That's what I ride every day, and I fucking love it. Yeah.
Grand,
you know what?
Grand Dink
Those really
250.
came up in the world.
Grand Dink 250.
The last time I rode a GT300, they really are nice. They got more and more better. Like, because
They
I
did.
remember riding. I mean, they're really, really, really good now.
They're really fucking really good.
And you know
now.
what else they
Yeah.
never fucked up? So like I like the seating position of the BV500, but because it had that cup seat, you have an seating position.
And seating position. That's absolutely
So
right.
like when you're on the
You can't move around.
GTS,
Yeah.
if you're going for a long ride
Yeah.
or whatever, you can slide your ass around. You can do the old stretch it back, and it makes it really comfortable.
It does.
To do
yeah,
that.
and even with like the medium-sized windshield on it, it's extremely comfortable at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing about it that you're like, oh, I'm going fast. No, it's just happy. It's just hanging out. One-handed, no problem.
How many weeks till Mid-Ohio? Like 3 weeks?
Not
Is it
long.
is
Oh, yeah.
it a month?
Becky said 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No,
I know.
it's killing me, dude. Because like next week, by the way, next week I'll be at Autocross week all week. But like, so I'm gone for 6 days working, and then
Okay.
I have to come home and finish my bikes. I don't even have fucking bikes ready for Mid Ohio yet.
You
Nothing.
could take the busky.
Just buy something when you get down there.
I know a guy that's going to have about 8 bikes
Yeah,
in the trailer.
look, I'm seriously going to be bringing between 8 and 10 bikes that are meant to be ridden and also sold out from under your
I
ass
have
at any moment.
obligations, man.
Yeah.
I have to race people for the lap of history.
Oh,
with a frickin' certain
okay.
bike, man.
All right.
This is
Yeah.
There's big money back.
I got a Vespa GTV I'm taking down there that is the exact color of Mid-Ohio grass. So if at any point it lays down, you can just walk away from it, and somebody will think it's a bump. That's it. But yeah, it's one of the worst
John, are you
Vespas I
going to be
picked up in
doing
a
the
long
burnout
time.
contest on your TS 250 again this year?
My TS 250. No, I had that was a Kawasaki KE 250.
KE,
KE 250.
sorry.
And I threw that away. In summer of that was one of several bikes I just pushed.
Just went to the curb?
I just pushed them out to the 511 out at the
Yeah.
compound and got rid of them.
Nice.
It was just a purge. Bye.
All right, so no burnout then, huh?
I mean, there'll be some sort of burnout on something, I imagine. I don't know. Whatever I have, I will burn out.
Yeah, that's generally the rule.
The Buddy is not a burnout bike.
No.
Though. The back end just hops around.
Yeah.
It doesn't do a burnout right.
Again, my enthusiasm for the burnouts is like 30 seconds.
I feel like
that's
I
bad.
should.
And that's if I'm doing it.
Right.
I feel like the proper burnout bike will, if I want to really try to get through the board, taking my SSR with the spiked tires and seeing if I can.
Fuck, just shred it. Carbide tips. Yeah, just put your ice tires on and
No smoke, just
Yeah.
wood flying off the back.
just be an asshole.
Buzzsaw that
You know
bitch.
what? Just,
Like a pencil sharpener.
Don't
You know-
show up early in the game. Show up when everybody's real sauced up, and then just get a couple of guys to block for you and just scoot in line. Just cut in line and just throw timber.
Dude, you got to do it because remember those shirtless boys that were like eating the rubber?
the fire eaters?
Yeah, the rubber
rubber eaters.
Oh, and then they catch
You
a
just-
fucking
just
carbide in the
catching
tooth.
Fucking carbide straight into
The
Half
the
of them-
occasional fucking
I
spike
look at
jumps
my
out.
carbides. Half of them are already gone from
Yeah.
doing like a burnout or
Right.
like just chewing into the dirt with it and
Yeah,
stuff.
just doing it wrong.
Hey, Kurt Edwards is checking in.
Hey!
One-legged in the range.
Yeah.
I saw he was getting fitted for his prosthetic.
There's a
And so-
Polaroid one-step joke in there waiting to happen for Kurt. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, fantastic, man. He's doing all of his prosthesis.
He's going to miss Mid-Ohio this year again, he said, but he'll be there in 27.
Come on,
Okay.
can't we run a meat wagon or something? Just haul you up there.
Wait, bring the
I got a lawnmower you can ride
I
around.
was gonna
Totally.
say,
Yeah.
the vintage Cub Cadet.
put him on the vintage Cub Cadet, right? Yeah, put him on the vintage international. Just
Hey, we got New Zealand in the chat, too.
Oh, really?
Welcome to New Zealand.
Hey,
Hello, Governor.
CWC's in the down under. Fuck, man.
World's worst accent ever.
Thank you. I don't even know where that was from.
That was.
I don't think it's New Zealand.
Right.
I don't even think New Zealand's a real place. My apologies.
Everything I've heard about it is it does seem fake because it seems too pretty, too nice. The folks are all united. Like
Right.
there's just what's going on over there.
Oh, it seems great. Yeah, it does. It does actually seem like my kind of people.
Yeah.
Everybody I've met from New Zealand has been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Really fun, really creative, super into cool shit.
Yeah.
Never a dickhead.
No,
Yeah, never a dickhead.
no.
I think it just must be.
We should all go down there. We can import some.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, five dickheads here.
Yeah, well, you know what that
We're gonna
whole
start
idea
a
is?
new- we're
We
gonna
could
start-
be the poster children for dickheadery.
Yeah, we're gonna start a new thing down here.
Dickhead, 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 dickhead.
The dickhead quartet.
I have a feeling this
show up.
podcast has put us on several do not enter lists.
Oh hell yeah, yes, man, yeah, for real, yeah. Yeah. So
kidding.
we're hunting for sponsors. No, we don't even try anymore.
Yeah.
That's not even a thing we do.
We're free.
Yeah,
we don't.
We are free.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for in this
That's
motherfucker.
right.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be at Patreon level of stupid to want to see this continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's your job. Those Patreons that are out there, they are the grease beneath our wheels, man. They are really out there just trying to keep this shit show happening.
I mean, it might be a sore subject, but what happened with the GoFundMe and the inflatable tent and everything? Like,
Well,
We're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done. So they weren't really happy about that. So we're using that to build a bar. Tom has a bar. We're buying all kinds of Irish drinks, lots and lots and lots of drinks.
Okay.
I did get 5-foot battle balls that are heavy fucking duty. They weigh. Like I'm seeing potential motorcycle jousting.
fucking scared as shit of those
Yeah.
battle balls.
Yeah.
There's so many Irish pub signs upstairs in my front
Yeah.
room that I'm
Yeah.
going to have to retheme the bar bar next year.
Everybody's getting.
so
their
we're just going
money's
to build
worth.
an actual pub,
And I
and,
just-
Yes.
and
No, I
it'll be
just think-
cheaper than buying an inflatable.
Yeah, well, we spent all the money on the booze.
Right.
So
and I think I might just set up like
Do you
we'll
know how many
just do
bottles of
all the
Jamesons we have?
Tom's leaned hard into all the quintessentially stereotypically Irish things, right? That I think I now going to have to make like a literally rapid fire Irish car bomb.
Don't you have a spray booth?
What's that?
I thought you had an inflatable
No,
spray
I don't.
booth. Oh.
No, I don't. No. There was
Like,
talk.
We could
Yeah.
decorate it as an Irish pub.
Well, we could also decorate the fucking
Yeah, we have 17 tents.
Summit racing tents.
Yeah, we'll just make one of those. Yeah.
Okay. It's going to
Just
get publicized.
buy some green fucking garland.
Plus,
and
we thought
giddy
about
up.
it, and it was like,
Oh, no, we've
okay,
got
if
that.
we buy a $5,000 pub, then we still have to put booze in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we have all the booze.
Yeah, the booze
That's
money.
the more important
Right.
part.
Right.
And then we
Exactly.
have Acromons to go with it and
Yeah.
battle balls.
Right, and battle balls. The battle balls are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
They really are.
I can't tell you when the box came and I picked it up and it was like 65 pounds. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, these are real. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're not
This
going to
is
pop
not-
in like 2 seconds.
This is not your inflatable, pool mattress.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
like shock cables and stuff in them and handles.
Oh my god.
So you climb inside them
Yeah.
and run in them?
Yeah, and you
Oh,
bop
shit.
into people.
You bop into people.
And then if the derrick
you're
going
gonna have to show us how this works, and I am fucking gonna nail him
What
at
are the car
45
racers?
mile an hour.
What do the car racers
45
call that?
mile an hour with my
Neck
buddy.
brace
I am
business?
fucking.
Hulse device or something.
I want to
Yeah.
watch him bounce like 3 rows over.
I think
No,
I think what this requires is 2 drivers on motorcycles and 2 passengers in the battle balls. You go toward each other and then jump off the bikes. That's going to be
These things need a launcher for you.
I think we have to
We need a
order right
trebuchet.
now 2 Hans devices, 2 Hans systems, so that once we put you into the fucker,
Yeah.
then we put the Hans system
Right.
so your head can only bend so
Well,
far.
no, but I think you're supposed to keep it where you hold it. Your head stays inside of it.
No, really?
Yeah,
I
so
think
your
so,
head
yeah.
your head's not
Oh.
your head is like
I think you're fully encapsulated. I don't know how you breathe.
Okay, wait, here, I got an idea.
That's
Yeah.
not
We're going to wait
important.
for the barrel racing to start. We're going to roll those fucking
Just
balls
throw
out.
them
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right in the middle.
shit.
Did you ever see like
There's
that?
so many
You ever
opportunities.
see like when
with
the
these
elephants play soccer? You know, and they're kicking
Yes,
that ball. But that's gonna be
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
It's going to be like a soccer ball out there. In the
Yeah, if you
barrel
can
racing.
somehow bend your fucking knees and get your knees up inside these homes, and then we'll just bounce you around with the bikes
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just literally play motor scooter or soccer with your ass.
Right.
Just
You know-
keep your feet inside the cocksucker.
If you see me trying to get in one of those fucking things, fucking knock me out with a crescent wrench or something. Like, do not put me in one of those. I will freak the fuck out. I don't care how drunk or how much I want to. Don't let me.
I can just imagine it being stuck like under his arms.
It'll be so stuck. I'll be like, help.
I'm fucking dying.
I will have died and be a slush ball inside there.
What if
People
we
will
just-
be bouncing me around all
What if
weekend.
we send the balls to attack you?
That's fine. I would love that, but I'm not getting in the ball.
Okay.
I don't fit.
Anyone ever see that video? They're like in the Alps or something. Guys,
Those
inside
are
the
4
ball.
foot. I got 5 foot.
You got 5 footers.
Bigger. Yeah, they're big. And those look. These things are serious. But yeah, that's the
okay,
concept.
those aren't too bad. All right, I'll get in the ball.
You'll get in the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I want to get in the ball, and I challenge everybody.
Well, there was somebody in one of those balls where they roll them down like a mountain pass.
Oh, really?
Oh, those are desserts or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but
These are Zorbs.
The guy, the guy goes off the edge of the cliff. It killed the guy.
Oh,
no.
man. The hamster ball couldn't save him.
Well, they were chasing it, and then it like jumped the net at the end of the track, and then it just like pew right off the cliff.
There's a 2-person ball. Here's the 2-person operation.
So you were saying you can't go off the Niagara Falls with one of these?
Yeah.
How much is that?
Well,
We
you
might have to
can.
get that.
No, it's like $1,000. Don't
okay.
sweat it.
Yeah,
but
we
like that's just ridiculous.
That's John and Johnny Sanchez right there.
That right there is.
Can you imagine how many knees?
You could roll this whole thing all the way to New Lexington,
You
Ohio.
can just
Like-
camp in that.
Lexington,
Dude,
Ohio.
we only went 360 degrees and you need me 400 times.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Everybody's bleeding. It's just all the blood all the time.
Black eye maker.
Oh, that is a black eye maker. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's fun.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of fun with that stuff. Of course, we'll have a lot of fun because our campsites are right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Right. So, one good hit sends you into the other people over there.
Right.
That's going to be the problem. The real problem is going to be like jousting with these fucking things on, running at each other across the only open terrain we have, which is the road.
Well,
Yeah.
last year we had like a playground
A play
next
zone.
to Matt's
Right.
Super
Next to his
RV.
camper.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. That's right.
So you know what? Here'd be the thing.
Yeah.
If we could get his camper
Yeah.
and another camper and then back it up,
Yeah.
it would be like a racquetball court.
Just bounce you off of shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does seem like a terrible idea. It just seems like
I thought
the
you
worst
were fully
idea.
encapsulated. If you're not fully encapsulated, then I might be all right.
Yeah, your feet are there. You can basically move around on your feet. But then the idea is, once you fall down, the best thing that can happen is that you can't put your arms down.
Plus, I'm
because when you
thinking-
put your arms down is when you get hurt.
If somebody gets too drunk, they can get duct taped into this thing.
I don't think you'd have to duct tape them. I think once somebody gets a little schlocky, they're not coming out of there.
Okay.
Because I think I've seen people get in and out of these things, and it's a battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't like you just slide in.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Better bring some lube.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might be wet this year, so there'll be plenty of lube.
Yeah, we don't know how it's going to be. Mid-Ohio is always a crapshoot. I have never gone to Mid-Ohio where the weather forecast was even slightly right.
It's always a crapshoot and a shit show.
It is a shit show of the highest order. Yeah, there's just never at Mid-Ohio predictable, what's going to happen this weekend. I know exactly what's going to happen
And
this
that
weekend.
ain't mud.
No, right. It's definitely not a lot of mud. Yeah, it's a funny thing. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. There's a lot going on. Harley Davidson announced maybe 4 weeks ago. I like the way Harley handles the news. Remember when they said, we're going to have these motorcycles, but we're making them in China, but they're not going to be sold in the United States under any circumstances. They are not going to be sold in the United States ever. Oh, shit, they've been selling them for the past 6 months. That's what happens. So they did say they were going to sell the ones out of the training program, the XR350As. And so I found a few of them that have found their way to Moto Hunt. And this is one that has no miles on it, almost at all. It's got 150 miles on it. And it's $7,000 fucking dollars for this 350cc QJMotor or Benelli, depending on
I was going to say,
which
how
way
much
you
is
swing.
the Benelli 302?
$39.95.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
That's the Harley tax.
Right. Yeah, Benelli 302 is the TNT 302 is exactly $39.95.
And what's the horsepower of them to get?
Identical.
And
Yeah.
the forks?
Identical.
and the tires and wheels.
Everything is the same except for the seat and the gas tank.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's really no reason to buy
Well,
it.
one has a Harley badge on the side.
But now, couldn't you just buy sticker kits and put it on your $3,000 Benelli?
Yeah, you're right. The tank is different. I'll give them that. The tank and the seat are different, but that's the end of it. But the dealers are selling these. Now, clearly, with only 150 miles on it, it wasn't really, obviously, not a training bike very long unless they blew the motor up right quick early in the deal. So they have a lot of these out there. I counted over 60 of them. So there's over 60 of them out there on various different for sale forums. So that when Harley Davidson said, hey, dealers, you're allowed to sell these things 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, what I found was that this listing that's up on Moto Hunt right now, this listing has been up there for 69 days.
Huh.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously dealers had already jumped the gun and were selling them.
Wait, we forgot. Nice. Well
before they were supposed to.
Well,
right?
you mentioned the rider program.
Yep.
I did want to throw out there really quick. Piper did complete her rider course last weekend.
Nice.
With no infractions.
No hits.
Did better than me. I think I got an infraction when I took it.
Damn.
Good for her. She, the girl who got her permit at Mid-Ohio last year, now will have an endorsement on her license for the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life. Yes. That's fantastic. I did find other dealers, though, that haven't lost their damn minds. For the bikes that appear to have, this one's the lowest miles that I saw that was actually probably used in training at 1,200 miles. Auction has been up, listing's been up for 41 days, and it is more sensibly priced at $33.83. So $33.83 buys you the Harley
Shit, Bob.
X350RA.
But it still doesn't buy you the respect of other Harley Davidson.
No, it's
Actually,
going to be
probably the best Harley ever built.
It's going to right. This is not going to scratch the itch. And this is people that bought the Buell 500. It was the people who bought the Buell 500 so they could I'm going to hang out with the Harley people. No, you're not. That's not how that works. Yeah, that's not how that works. So that's an interesting thing that came to our attention.
Harley Charlie could buy this for Mrs. Harley Charlie.
That's right, and that's kind of the deal. I'm just going to give you guys a little crystal ball. Your local Harley dealer is not going to help you with this. They're going to treat it with the same level of enthusiasm they treated the Street 500 and the Street 750 and the Buells, right? They're basically going to deny the existence of this thing, and Harley's probably because. Everything about it was, this is not for the public. This is only for the dealer training program. Because of that, that means that it's not going to be the kind of thing you can walk up to your Harley parts counter and just expect full support. If you lay this thing down and you need side panels and a gas tank and mirrors and a lever, it's not going to show up anytime fast. We've been in this situation before. We know that.
I mean, how hard is it to find parts for your MT500?
Oh, my fucking God, Tom. Jesus Christ. Yeah, talk about fucking, yeah, needle in a haystack. Unobtainium for the most part.
I rode a really nice bike this evening, and you're never going to guess what it was.
For John, this shocked me. I got to say, blew me out of the fucking water. I did not see this coming.
One of the brands that I hate the most.
Undoubtedly.
I rode a bike by them tonight that I did not hate.
You were remarkably positive when you came back from your ride.
So we're calling that the Interceptor 650.
It is a 2023. It is a Royal Enfield, and it is the Royal Enfield
Interceptor
650.
I was prepared to hate it. I wanted to hate it. I already hate Royal Enfield in every way possible. But I rode that.
Yeah, you've given more blood, sweat, and tears to Royal Enfield than anybody else I know.
Royal Enfield just a little less after riding that bike.
Yeah, it really is. We took it in on trade, and because we do give all the dirt. We dish around here. We spill tea. That bike came in on trade for the gentleman came in on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, and he left the shop on a brand new 2026 or 7 Moto Guzzi V7 Sport.
Ooh.
Okay, red, awesome, best color ever, red for that particular bike. And yeah, he put 7,500 miles,
74 or something.
Yeah, 7,500 miles on that
But it's
Interceptor.
funny because the dot, like for the tenths, is really hard to see. So at 1 second when I took it out, I was like 78,000 miles.
It's
This
really
fucking
putting the
guy
miles
rode,
on
man.
this fucking bike. Yeah.
I mean, it did all the things pretty well. It felt very much like riding an older Bonneville. You know, not old Bonneville, a modern older Bonneville.
So
it sounds better than a Triumph.
I guess the first thing we should say about how it sounds is it has the SNS 2-in-1 system on it. So the livery is what they call the Sunset Strip. So I'll go ahead and throw it up so people can see what that livery looks like. It's a pretty bike.
Yeah.
It's not an ugly bike. It's a pretty bike.
It shifted. It didn't clunk through the gears. It did all the things. It started right up.
It could
smooth power delivery. Not too much vibration, I noticed.
No.
Very nice and torquey, wound out. Like
it has really nice character. When people say like when you want character in a bike, that's what that thing has, man.
The front forks are garbage.
Yeah, the boingers suck.
Yeah, that's got to be addressed.
I was kind of, when I took it out, I was like, this is almost as good as the Triumph. Not as much power, but it felt just the same kind of bike. It had the grunt, the same torque. And I was like, this could probably be fun on some twisties. And then I went to turn and the front end went, whoa. And I was like, what's going on here?
Last year we had one of these in, same vintage, 23. And I took it out, and for a few nights in like September or October, I took it out and I was like, okay, me and you are going to have some fun.
Yeah.
And I took it out, and the motor part, 45 horsepower, just what, kind of what you want, just okay.
But compared to a lot of them that are 45 horsepower.
This is 37 Torqueys.
It comes in.
It feels, you can feel
you don't
it.
have to be at like 8,000 RPMs to feel it.
It feels pretty great.
Yeah.
Where I had the problem was trying to ride it aggressively. The front end was what happens in vagueness stays in vagueness. There was just nothing predictable about the entire front end. It was it looks like a 1975 bike, and for the most part, the brakes work, the back suspension's great, the motor's amazing, everything works great, except the front fork does feel like a 1970s bike.
We should put my ZX6R fork.
There you go.
CB750 forks would be an upgrade, and that's not saying much.
That's not saying much, believe me.
Which is sad because like the rest of the bike is so good. If they had good forks on it,
I would be real curious if you dumped out whatever oil was in there and put in like a 5-weight or
I
a
would
0-weight.
definitely do a rebuild
and see what it does.
Nice rebuild on them.
Maybe get emulators, toss some emulators on it and see what happens. But it was tastefully appointed. It's got a center stand. He put that 2-in-1 exhaust on it, SNS exhaust on it. He put some panniers on the back and some luggage bags.
Yep.
And it was just nicely done. Cute little windshield on it. And, it was for me, it was a perfect trade because we had something leave the shop that was $11,000 bike rolled out. And this bike came in for about $3,000. And keep that in mind, guys. These bikes are selling for about $5,000. Okay.
That's a hell of a lot of a bike.
That is a hell of a lot of bikes. I know that if you go to Moto Hunt, you're going to see dealers selling them for $73.99. Those are brand new bikes with 0 miles on them. It is not uncommon to see these bikes with that 7,000 or less miles for $5,000. Yeah. It's a good bike for $5,000. You could rip this thing around the neighborhood for quite a while and not lose a dime on it. Yeah, that first owner is going to have all the depreciation of Royal Enfields because they do not hold their value. They're just not a bike that is strong in the secondary market. I'm looking at a bunch of these things. Raleigh, North Carolina, there's one with 832 miles on it for $4,850, in orange. So nothing wrong with that. I think that whereas the Triumph, the T100 even, has everything on it is girthy. Everything is like almost a caricature. And the exhaust on the T100 is literally a crossover under the bike where the side pipes are fake. The sides of the fucking pipes are phony. There's an X pipe in the middle. So when you're looking at where your feet go, you're like, oh, your feet are very close to that black exhaust pipe. That is not a black exhaust pipe. That is a fake cover filling in the void where the motorcycle's headers go into a crossover system where your catalytic converter lives. Yep. So like when you see that whole thing down the side on a Triumph, that's not really an exhaust. That's just some covers to make it look like an exhaust, where the exhaust would be missing if you took the covers off. This is very much like a 30 or 40-year-old bike. The handlebars are 7/8 of an inch all the way. right?
For the record, I'd rather talk about this Royal Enfield than a Harley Davidson any day.
Well, sure. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I agree. If it's not, especially if it's a Harley Davidson that I have no interest in, you know, if it's a Harley that I don't give a fuck about a 500cc Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidsons, Gold Wings, Royal Enfields.
That-
This is stroking me, man.
Let's talk about BMWs.
Well,
Or adventure bikes in general.
Well, okay, we could talk about adventure bikes. Sleepy just got one. Tell us
Right,
what you're going to do
yeah.
with your adventure bike. Do
Yeah.
some adventuring. Where are you going to fucking adventure?
Well, we're gonna try.
I didn't mean to hijack your conversation.
yes, you did.
I'm always good for that. Was a good segue.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to do some of the goat, but Greg from Flat Out, One Leg Dave, Mark, my old buddy, they all have these kind of mid-size off-road bike. Well, Mark has a desert sled or something like Mark always does, but so they want to do this stuff, and the Africa Twin was just too much for my knees now, so
I completely.
that's what.
If I had a partner, I would take my KLR across Conneaut Creek to the ATV trails that abound.
Right.
But I've just never been like, oh, I want to do this all solo with nobody back in the middle of nowhere by myself.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I mean, seriously, everybody sitting at this table for the most part's got something. Dan, do you got anything you can get dirty?
Not
Not really.
The S65.
Tom can take the TW200 out. And fuck it. Yeah. Right. There's things that exist in my world that Tom's definitely encouraged to borrow.
Dan's got the CB pit bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that if some weekend or something we were like, hey, let's just
Can't
go.
keep that dirty. It's already dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
John, does your KLR live in Conneaut?
It stays there all the time, permanently.
All right. We're going to do it. We're going to make a play date.
Yeah.
Play
Sounds good
date.
to me.
Play dates are good
I
ideas.
really would like to put new tires on it, but I would do it just as is if I had to.
Because that's the thing is, you don't have to push the bike. You don't have to be in the position where the tires are going to make the difference. I've gone to a lot of places on street tires where, everyone else is there wearing very serious knobby tires, and I'm just going slower.
That bike touched a little mud one time, and it fell right on us.
What kind of tires are on it? What do you got?
The trail wings?
They're Kenda.
Okay, yeah.
They're.
Said enough.
I hate the X pattern, that stupid Kenda.
Yeah.
Awful Kenda.
But
I'm going to turn you on to something.
Please, I need a 21-inch front and a 17-inch rear.
Right.
Yeah. It's
I don't care.
easy.
As long as they have knobbies,
Right.
that's what I want.
Are you forgetting? Me and John had a giant off-road fucking party a week ago.
I actually have a 17-inch, golden boy fucking stupid knobby out at the compound. I'm like, I'm about ready to put that on there.
Yeah.
But your trails you made, that was fun.
Oh, yeah. That was Sleepy came to the plant to visit me to drop me a Rezo, which fucking cool. Thank you.
Right.
So Piper and I can eventually get hooked up with helmet-to-helmet communication once she gets a better helmet. And then he stayed after school, and we went over to the compound, and he got to see what, I've been exploring and making a bridge and got back in the woods a lot further than we ever have.
Oh, yeah. And there's even a hill climb that tops out that you can get air off of.
Yeah.
So it was really fun, man.
Wow.
You say you were getting air. Your front tire was coming off the ground.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not
You were
fucking
getting
Travis
light.
Pastrana.
Right.
but
You were getting light.
Whoa,
You're getting light.
I was breaking.
You were
it in.
unloading
I
the
was-
seat.
I was feeling it out. I got
Yeah.
a couple good ones toward the end.
No, but it goes back even. Well, we went back pretty far, and I could go further, but it's just
How much poison ivy did you get?
Yeah, that's the problem with the compound.
Oh man.
I'm constantly every day. If I go do anything off bike or any
Yeah.
I got to take a bath in Dawn soap and then fucking calamine. Yeah.
See,
Wow.
I did good. I got most of it off. I did the same thing, but
Yeah.
this thing stabbed me, right? And what stabbed me was actually a poison ivy vine.
Yeah,
So,
I think some of the
man.
trees are wrapped with it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So my arm's still look. You can still see it's all fucking over here.
Yeah, it sure is.
That's good to know because I wasn't sure what kind of clap I had. I was pretty sure it was poison ivy. Yeah, I've got a thing dangerously close to my
No, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no, that's herpes.
So I got a question. So, Pete,
Yes.
you were mentioning some good dual sport tires for these motorcycles. What are you liking these days? What where are you at
I've always been a big fan of the Continental TKC 80s.
Yes, well, we all do love those.
They just reformulated them.
Yep.
I have not tried the new ones yet,
Okay.
but I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
Bridgestone Battle Axe Adventure Cross is a nice tire that's inexpensive. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of those. But I just bought, actually, you hooked me up with the Dunlop Mission.
The Missions.
Mission Raid.
Yeah.
Raids.
Yeah.
So I run the raid. I have two sets of wheels for my bike. I have the Missions on my road wheels, and I have the Mission Raids on the off-road wheels.
Right.
But I gotta say, I'm not completely in love with the Mission Raids. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Good to know.
For the front tire, I heard this from two people I trust implicitly. The Mitas, I'll have to get the nomenclature of it, but there's
Sure.
a Mitas front that people are just raving about.
Okay.
And that's going to be my new front tire for off-road.
Is that like the EO7 or something?
Well, they changed all those names.
They did?
When I was up in Vermont, I was talking to the Mitas representative up there, whose name was, Sweet Talker Rob Walker.
Nice. I like that mnemonic device, man.
Yeah, well,
That's
what he said his wife called
fantastic.
him, yeah. But Dave Nolan said he loves this front tire, and the guy up there said, they're getting rave reviews from.
Yeah, we sold a lot of what they called the ADV2s, Enduro Trails. Seemed to be a period of time where people were like, "Oh yeah, that's the tire for me. That's the tire I want to have," and it's very interesting because I've tried a lot of different tires on the KLR 650, a lot of different stuff, and the ones I haven't tried yet are like the Shinko 705s. And
not a fan.
Not a fan?
Me neither.
Right. So I had the Kenda Trackmasters. Nope, didn't like them.
You know what I liked
Didn't care
was the
for 'em.
Tractionator GPS.
That's the Moto Z.
Yeah.
So what do you
Yeah.
have to say about the Tusk D Sports?
So that's another one that comes up is because they're not real expensive, but it's a very, very dirty dirt bike tire.
They wear well off-road.
Yep.
They're a little sketchy on-road.
To
That's
me,
kind of fine for me though, because I
You're not cornering.
I ride the roads all around Cognac, but I'm not taking it
right.
on any super long adventure rides.
Well, I think they're kind of hard and not pliable on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's definitely we've heard that report, and
Like riding on Lego blocks.
yeah,
exactly.
and there's the Dunlop D605
Classic.
is what I have when I got my KLR. It came with the Shinkos that are on it, but it came from the manufacturer with Dunlop D605s on it, and the customer took them off. So he took them off. He said they were just too unpredictable on the road. He went with the Shinkos that was more of a road biased tire. So I've got a set of D605s just sitting there. I'll probably mount those up.
I'd say put those on Johnny's KLR.
I put them on mine because with the Shinkos that are on mine right now, and the D605 is cheap. Like that's one of the things I like about that Dunlop tire is it's $115 tire. So
For both? Well, that's why I'm looking at the Tusk. It's like $150 for front and rear.
for two tires, yeah, right, yeah. The Tusk is really a cheap tire. Yeah. You get a set of tires for $150 from Tusk.
The thing with the off-road tires is it's a compromise.
It
Do
is.
you want it to wear a long time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to hook up really well?
Right.
Do you want it to be smooth? Do you want it to be cheap? You want it to be hard? You want it to be soft? You really got to know what you're going to be doing with your tire. What you're going to be riding it on, but you also need to know how long you want it to last and how hard you're going to be hitting it. Because if you have a soft tire that might do really well off road, but if you're on the juice, when you're on the road, you'll wear it down really quickly. So
Oh yeah.
it's just you got to ask yourself what you're doing, and my experience has just kind of led me to what just works best for me personally.
Right, I totally agree.
And that's the thing. It's like when somebody asked you, there's so many variables, exactly what you said. Are you a heavy-wristed person? Are you always whacking the throttle? Because you're going to eat fucking tires, So what might work for Pete, who's really good at throttle control, might totally not work for that guy. So it's that's a really hard question to answer,
I completely agree, and it's really funny the pricing that we've seen go up so wild in tires in the past year. If the tariff hasn't presented itself to you as a motorcycle enthusiast, then you have not bought tires because it's killing me how expensive tires are.
Well, here's one thing about the Dunlops, the Missions. Up till about a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, they were making them in Buffalo. But
That's right.
The last set I bought, they came out of France, and they've shut the Buffalo production down completely.
Correct. Yeah, and that's unfortunate because when they're close to home, they're cheaper.
And I like supporting Buffalo because Buffalo's just like Cleveland. It's a depressed former industrial city that could use that kind of industry, and now they've taken it away again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree.
beg to differ. I mean, Cleveland is a vibrant city, and there's lots of jobs in manufacturing and everything.
do tell.
Yeah. It's funny because when I look we're a Dunlop Pro dealer, so every once in a while they'll slide me some really, really good deals on stuff that pops up. And it wasn't long ago that they shot us a good deal on some D605s, and it was crazy cheap. I mean, $200 a set for D605s is pretty much the going rate, and I think that I was able to buy them for like $140 a set.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty good for a good name brand tire that's going to be extremely predictable for you.
I'll tell you, if you watch your sales and the rebates, a lot of like Dunlop, Bridgestone, they offer pretty good.
They're always
rebates
doing big
every year.
rebates.
So
yep.
That's what got me into trying some of the different tires, like branching out from what I was used to, and some of them I liked and some of them I didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It is really a big change when you look at the market, and right now, you'd think that these guys were like, tires were precious. You'd think that, because we're not seeing people being aggressive on the deals. And it kills me when somebody comes in and they're like, yeah, I need tires on my bike. And I'm like, yeah, that's $400. They're like, for the pair? I'm like, no, for the rear. For the back tire is $400.
And I
for
don't mind
one tire.
I don't mind spending money on a tire that's I'm going to get some good use out of.
Sure.
But if I spend like premium money on a tire and I wear it out on like a 1 week BDR trip, I'm like, man, that was expensive just for the tire.
Really expensive.
Spend more on that than I spend on fuel.
One of our customers recently did a cross-country trip, and it cost her 3 tires.
Yeah.
So 3 tires to go cross-country. Each tire was in the neighborhood of $250, plus all the labor to get it done. I was like, Jesus Christ, for the money that you spent on 3 tires, I could have rented the car and got air conditioning for the entire trip. Rented a bike when I got there.
I bought a tire when I was on the way to Alaska, and
Yeah.
it was a Metzler, and I burned it out in 2 days.
God.
So I bought a tire. 2 days later, I bought another tire.
Man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I haven't bought a Metzler tire since then.
No, I don't blame you.
It really just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
And Metzler's they have a great reputation.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, that's my favorite, like, the track day slicks I have from my rate. Those are awesome.
Yeah, but
tires.
apparently,
Yeah, they're really soft and
They're
sticky,
soft
and they
and
wear out
grippy.
fast.
Well, they alienated a customer right there, I tell you.
they did. Yeah.
Well, now dark siding makes a whole lot more sense.
Yes.
You could put a super swamper on there.
Right. Yeah. I do not hold the hate and contempt in my life I used to for dark siding.
We got a live report for Johnny Mac.
Uh-oh.
Smith.
Motosmith GC. I have a set of Tusk Waypoint Adventures on the DR, and I'm not a fan of
Them.
All right. I'm glad there wasn't a whole lot happening after that fan of
So there you go,
them.
John.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Thank you.
Duly noted.
I'll take it under advisement.
Yep. So
But you got to remember how cheap I am.
it's been hot. I don't need to tell anybody it's been hot.
Ooh.
And we have had about past 3 days, gonna say about 7 people call the shop. Bike's dead on the side of the road. And I wanted this to be a little bit of a tech tip, a little bit of a tech session, because what I've learned today talking to the people I've talked to over the past 3 days, motherfuckers do not understand compression ratios. They have not a goddamn idea. And how one person in their brain can say, my bike has 10.5 to 1 compression ratio, and then also then tell me, and that's why I only run 92 or 93 octane gas, is fucking baffling to me. And so I wanted to land on this because it does make a difference. Now, I understand that you're driving a car and that if you're listening to the podcast, your car's probably 25 years old. No, I'm joking. Cars can do, they have knock sensors, they have they will definitely determine what octane you've put in, and they will adjust the car accordingly. And the only difference that you will be able to detect would be if you were running quarter miles and you'd be like, oh, well, it turns out with the 91 octane, I'm running a slightly faster quarter mile than I was on my 87 octane. But I was getting to work equally well on both of them and nearly identical fuel economy. I've tested it over many, many miles. Right? I've done cross-country trips using 87 octane for one tank of gas, following it up with 91 octane, comparing the mileage in a vehicle that I've had for years and years and years and know what it is. And never, not once, ever has putting 91 into a V8 powered Ford ever gotten me a better fuel economy to justify the money difference I was spending per gallon. It was nowhere near fucking close. What I will tell you is that anytime I've ever put E85 into something, my mileage dropped decidedly to the point where it wasn't worth the 10 or 15 cents per gallon saved by the E85 based on the mileage I was losing to the E87, which is really fucking weird if you understand octanes, because E85 is not 85 octane. E85 octane tends to be hovering around 92 to 96 octane, which is weird, okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, what's the octane of alcohol?
And that's because alcohol is an octane enhancer in most applications. And that's where it gets real tricky when people start going, well, is E85 85 octane? No, E85 is 85% gas, 15% ethanol. That's what the number 85 means. It's not the octane. It's the blend of gasoline versus ethanol. Okay, and E85 tunes tend to be there to maximize that nice little octane bump that they get because of that gratuitous amount of ethanol. So keep in mind that for this discussion, because no motorcycle is supposed to be running E85, we're not going to talk about E85. We're just going to leave E85 out of it like it doesn't goddamn exist. Now, recently, due to political events in the United States, if you go to your gas pump and there used to be a sticker that said, warning, this fuel may contain up to 10% ethanol, that sticker you may notice is gone. And I did. I checked a bunch of gas stations in the past week. The sticker is gone. I also went there with my stupid little vials and I filled them up and I added the water to them and I measured the ethanol content. And that, yes, these gas stations were all kicking between 10 and 15% ethanol on pumps that were not labeled E85. On a pump that was labeled 87, a pump that was labeled 89, a pump that was labeled 91, they were all kicking between 10 and 15% ethanol. So it's there. They just don't need to tell you about it anymore. Don't think because the sticker's gone that now you're getting ethanol-free fuel. And even some places where you're paying a lot of money extra for the ethanol-free fuel, some of those places I've tested, and we found some ethanol in there. So
I did a pretty good test.
A pretty fucking bad test on your bikes. Yeah. Tell them about it.
Oh, I fucking every November when I had a pile of vintage bikes, I'd drain all the fucking gas out of them because I didn't remember what I had them from all summer. And then I'd go to the gas station with all my tubs and get, 40 gallons or 30 gallons of non-ethanol fuel, come home.
Spend a small fortune.
Yep. Fill every single tank up to the absolute brim, run them and let it go down into the gas tanks, drain them, and then actually fill the tanks back up, close them down. Yeah. Tiny bit of, not Startron, a little bit of Startron in each one to keep the stuff down. And every year I'd go and they'd fire right the fuck up and go anywhere. Until a couple of years ago before, we went to Mid-Ohio and I sold all of them. The reason I sold them is I did that in November. And then it became time for DGR. And I said, well, what bike am I going to take to DGR this year? I'll take the CB350. So I went over to the CB350 and I opened the gas can and it smelled like rancid gas. And I was like, did I not fill this? I must have missed this one. It must be old gas in it. There's no way because I remember doing all my tanks. So I went to the GS850 next to it, opened it. Bad smelling gas.
Bad smelling gas.
Every single carb on all those bikes in 5 months were clogged.
Yeah.
And then John, well, we just saw that with my buddy Scooter. Same thing. With the carb I just put on it 5 months ago, the brass is black.
Damn.
It was green.
It was green and
yeah,
black.
That's what I usually
in
see.
5 months, man.
Oh, man.
So that gas is terrible. Like yeah.
Compression ratio has a relationship to octane, but it's not the one-to-one relationship that a lot of people think it is. A lot of people think that there's a chart I can point at and it says, oh, if you've got 10 to 1 compression ratio then you need 88 octane gas. It's actually not that simple. A lot of times we say it that way. It's just shorthand. Okay. What people understand, the first thing you need to know about compression ratio is it's just math. It's just fucking measuring. That's all it is. We put a link in the show notes. If you have a 100cc cylinder, if that's the volume, so from the bottom of the cylinder to the top of the cylinder, the stroke, if it'll hold 100 cc's of oil, okay, and you run that piston up to TDC, okay, it's 10 cc's. That's 10 to 1. Go ahead.
There's one major reason why a lot of cars these days need high octane, and it is called a turbocharger. Because a turbocharger, if the normally aspirated engine is 10 to 1, but then you turbulate it and compress the air-fuel mix going into it, you're effectively raising the compression of the motor. And so that's why a lot of cars that are turbo, they call for premium or better than low grade.
Can anyone at the table right now really quickly just name me a motorcycle that exists that you know of right now today that a person can go buy, a motorcycle that has particularly fucking low compression, shockingly low compression? Anyone want to have a stab at it?
A Royal Enfield Interceptor 650.
All right.
NC 700 or 750.
All right. Go. I'm listening.
I think.
But you would be talking, I mean, like 8
I'm
to
just telling you.
If you're talking like 8 to 1.
8.5 to 1.
Yeah, you can find those.
I'm going to tell you that it's probably
A Harley? Does a Harley go above 8? Well, I mean, it all depends. I bet Harleys don't have high compression.
What if I said it was the Kawasaki H2R?
Wow. Yeah.
You'd be a little surprised by that, wouldn't you?
Because it's got a blower, though.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So when
Because typically, if you blow a bike, you have to lower the compression.
a Vespa's got 10.5 to 1. The Royal Enfield Interceptor is 9.5 to 1. The DR650 is in that 9.25, 9 to 1. Okay? KLR 650 is 9.75-ish to 1.
Once you start breaking over that, that's when you need better. Like when you get, if you're 12 to 1, you need,
12 to 1 is monster.
You need octane.
Yeah, 12 to 1 is monster. 12 to 1 is absolutely monster.
That's race gas.
Yeah. And so the reason that Kawasaki H2 is, it's existing at this, 8.5 to 1 compression ratio is because it is supercharged. It's supercharged. And if you're like, oh, well, it's 8.5 to 1 compression, let me look at my chart over there. I can put 87 octane in there. No, you can't. No, you can't. The math goes out the window when we're talking turbo or we're talking supercharger, that kind of thing. So keep in mind that when we talk about things, we need to have the whole story. Also, a lot of it has to do with what kind of timing are you running? Are you running something that's non-traditional on the timing? Are we running a VTEC motor? Are we running something that is altered? What about a motor that has a variable valve timing, even something as simple as a Moto Guzzi that has a centrifugal-based cam on there?
Kevin's race bike was like 40 degrees advanced. I'm like,
yeah,
that's too much, but okay.
But we've always said that, in the two-strokes, we could fuck with advance and retard to make the motors do what we wanted to do just to the point where they failed, right? And we would just kind of go to the point where, like, okay, if we go any further, we're fucking donezo. And then maybe get 5 or 6 races out of it, and then it would fail.
Blows up, then you back it up.
Then you back it up one. That's exactly right. And so that idea of, there's a lot of workman-light bikes out there that are in that 9.5 to 1 compression ratio. It is so diabolical how bad your bike will run if your bike wants to live on 87 or 89 octane and you're force feeding it 92 or 93. And this is where I'm going to tell you guys, as the guy who picks up the phones at the shop, you're fucking yourself. You are chasing your wallet all the way to the point of failure. Every call I've gotten from a bike on the side of the road this week had kind of one thing in common, and that was the very high octane on a bike that didn't need it. Sometimes a dead battery because batteries do not like heat.
Or
That's
cold.
a big deal. Yeah, you're right. Cold will screw your battery, and hot definitely will
Do
screw
you
your battery.
remember when I got that like museum quality GS850 and I brought it when I first got it?
Okay,
And then
yeah.
Nick promptly put it into his car. But besides that, do you remember when I started it, everybody there was like, oh, he put race gas in it. And we were all like, what? And then the bike ran like shit the entire time. And I was pissed. And then I just filled it up with 87.
Regular gas.
And then it ran fine.
Ran beautifully.
Because I didn't do that. I think the dude did that thinking it was going to run snappier or something when he was selling it. But you could smell it coming out of the things. And you're right. It was detonating. It was doing all kinds of weird shit because it was just a stock motor. It did not need race gas at all.
So you guys know at my shop, we have the Moto Morini 6.5s. Same engine as Johnny's Versys.
Right.
Okay. There's a sticker on each and every one of those motorcycles on the gas tank that says use at least 87 RM2. And God, I love it when fucking companies put the letters RM2 after something. That means it's for us. Because many other times I look at owner's manuals and it says 95, 93.
RON.
And it's RON, but they don't even put the RON on there. It's not research octane number. It's just use 93, use 95. And then I got customers running around like idiots going like, hey, man, you sold me a bike. I can't put gas in. Where the hell do I find 95? Well, you find it in Europe, but it's the same thing we call 89 here. That's the exchange rate on the RON versus RM2. We go into the weeds on that at the shop every single day with people because we need to break them of the habit of putting very expensive gasoline in a bike that can't squish it and crack it and pop it. And if you can't squish the gas, if you can't squish the gas to the point where that gas just needs that little touch of spark to set it off and make the booms happen, then you're going to have a lot of unburnt gas going out your tailpipe. You're going to have the blackest spark plugs on the planet, and your bike's going to run like shit.
So
Tom?
You like the fact that it's at the verge of detonation.
Well, that's the design, right?
I mean,
Well, it's maximum efficiency.
Maximum efficiency. That's what we want.
any more compression and it would diesel.
No, I mean, there's a big window for that. Usually it's based on heat. Usually it's based on how hard you're working the engine. I've done some stressful things in New York City in stop and go traffic on a 6-cylinder, on a CBX, where I had 89 octane in the bike. And due to the stop and go traffic of New York City, I was detonating all over the place. It sounded like shit. I mean, it was all over the place. I was terrible pre-detonations.
Well, and you're probably not getting any cooling at all.
Exactly. I'm not moving. It's all air cooled. It's 24 valves. It's a giant heat sink, right? How cool are those inside 4 cylinders?
Oh, geez.
I mean, the outside 2 are probably pretty light and airy, but the inside 4 cylinders are probably
I can't imagine
super
a
hot.
fuel-injected bike really cares much what you put in it, to be honest.
I think you're right.
I think that's, if you're talking carbureted, you got problems.
Did you see the iridium plug I pulled out of the bike after only 200 miles? So I pulled an iridium plug out of a bike. These are $29 spark plugs, right? This is the answer a lot of manufacturers are throwing to get these magical EPA numbers, to get these like really, really great, clean numbers, is they're putting iridium plugs in it. But there's not much surface area on the tip of an iridium plug.
It's like a wire.
It is like a wire. It's a super tiny surface area. Consequently, they smoke out very easily. They will be laid low by carbon deposits faster than your traditional old school spark plug that has an inner electrode that is pretty fucking big.
It's whenever I take one of those things out, I stick a CR8 or 7 EKB in it because it has the 2 tips.
Right, 2 tips and a normal sized human electrode.
Yeah.
Whereas the iridiums have that super tiny little electrode, and these bikes are fouling these out so easily. It's ridiculous, especially when it's hot and humid out, especially when the customer goes up, turns the key on, which energizes the fuel injection system, which gives it a big old squirt into the combustion chamber, and then they don't start the bike.
Or they overfill it and they sog out the can.
Now we're getting into the mega fucking weeds, which is now the 3 guys I got on the side of the road yesterday. Were you just at... My line is... When you were just at the gas station, did you put in high octane or low octane? 1, how did you know I was just at the gas station? Because you overfilled the cocksucker, right? How do you know I overfilled it? Because you're calling me now from the side of the road is how I know you overfilled it, because I didn't overfill mine and it made it all the way to work today at 80 plus miles an hour on the freeway. Maximum chat for 30 minutes. And it didn't let me down, but yours did. And they're the same bike. So if they're the same bike and mine didn't let me down, but yours did, what did you do wrong? What did you do different? So yes, we've established he was just at the gas station. Yes, we've now established that he did use very high octane gas in a motor that doesn't need it. Oh, did I tell you about that? Remember we were talking about that Motor Marini 6.5, the John's Versys motor? 87 octane is stamped on the fucking gas tank. 87 RM2. Would you like to guess what the compression ratio of that engine is?
10.
11.3 to 1. Now that throws all of your backseat hip pocket whiz wheel bullshit about like, oh, it's 11.3 to 1. You better be running 91 or 2 in that cocksucker, right? No, 87. And it has to do with electronically what the timing is of the vehicle. Cam timing, spark timing. It literally is, I don't want to say it's detuned, but
it's detuning itself.
Right. If
it's sensing knock, there's a knock sensor in there, it's going to change the timing.
It's going to change the timing. And again, this motorcycle has to be sold and will be sold in places that do not have a 92, 93 octane side of the pump. You know, Pete, how many times have you gone to a gas station and your choice of gas was gas?
Yeah.
One gas pump, one diesel pump.
And everyone knows I ride BMWs, and BMWs call for premium gas.
Right.
But they will run just fine on lesser octane gas.
Right. Exactly. They are not going to give you the same 116 horsepower.
Correct.
They'll give you 90 horsepower, but they'll run fine on 87 or 85 octane.
Is it also how you ride it? I mean, okay, so maybe it is prone to knocking, but I'm not wrapping it out to 10,000 RPM, or I'm laying easy on the throttle, so I'm less prone to knock. Knock is, I think, going to happen more prevalently under full load, right?
Knock happens mostly at lugging it.
I was going to say.
So
lugging it is knocking it.
So
Fuck knock.
Fuck knock. Fuck knock.
So you let it bog down and then you crank on it and then you're going to get knocked whenever
Yes, absolutely.
Here's what can happen. Just like you were having knock problems in New York City, the same thing can happen when you're off road, where you're maybe like lugging through sand, or you're like picking your way up a trail that's steep and rocky and you're going slow, so you're not getting a lot of air across the radiator, and the bike's running hot. And I can tell when my bike's running hot because the fan comes on. It doesn't generally come. It doesn't come on very often, but it'll come on in traffic, and it'll come on sometimes when I'm off road, when I'm, doing some hardcore shit.
Right.
So that's also, like you're saying, John, when it's going to start knocking on you.
And do you notice?
knock, knocking on.
You forgot about Harleys.
What about Harleys?
Well, you got Glorified Cook says my 2007 HD Street Bob stock is 9.2.
Fantastic. And I guarantee everywhere in his owner's manual it says premium gas only.
Probably.
I'm going to promise you, every Harley owner I've ever dealt with is like, oh man, I'm only putting the best in this bike. My Road King has never seen anything but 87 octane. Never. It's never seen anything better than 87 octane. It poots and scoot just like I want it to. It moves out real nice. 9.2 to 1 compression ratio and the Harley timing package. Yeah, it's fine on 87. It's great. I also know an entire police department, well, all of them, that at the gas pumps at the police department, let me tell you how many pumps there are. 1. Do you know what the police cars run on? The same gas the police motorcycles run on. That's it. You get 1. On the other side's the diesel. Just don't mix them up. We've seen guys do that. It's dumb. Yeah, that's a bad day at the motor pool. But it's every cop bike running in every police department ever is not going down to Sunoco to get the 94. They're just not.
Well, look, when they designed that motor in 1938, they didn't exactly have high octane diesel.
The new
or
Harley
high octane
motor.
gas.
My WLA, my 750, yeah, it was designed to run on military grade World War II gasoline, which, if I'm not mistaken, was 75 octane. If you're measuring it by motor octane number, MON. So if you're measuring it by the old AKI standard or MON standard, that I think that 750 I had was 75, because it was military. It was for military MoGas. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was decompressioned to the point where it could run on very, very bad gas. Right. Yeah. So that's something that we want people to understand. It is definitely not a 1-to-1 exchange rate. If somebody says, oh, you've got 9.5 to 1 compression, you need only be running 87 octane. We still want to have a little bit more to the story, but it is a decent guide. It's a decent layman's, way to do it. What I can tell you is, unless you are being specifically told in numbers what octane to be putting in your motorcycle, don't just take it on your own fucking guesstimate that, it's going to go faster if I put in 94. Well, I'm not going to run any faster if I slip on some size 15 shoes, right? It's not going to make me faster. My performance is not going to be enhanced.
So I don't know what the compression is, but I was checking because John was talking about turbochargers, and my Colorado is turbocharged, and it says to run 87 or above, fine. But if you're towing or you want more power for off road, then to run 92.
There you go, and that is leaning hard into the knock sensor. That's leaning hard into the idea of engines that have the electronic capability of altering their tune to maximize the fuel that's on board. And that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That really, really is. And will your bike, my question for Pete was, if you are in a situation where you're going to be in a big sand day, right? Do you find that you're like, let's put in some high octane fuel so I will have a greater resistance to overheating this vehicle, or I'll be able to enjoy more time before it gets super hot based on the fuel choice?
I don't make my decisions based on that. I just, every time I fill up, I get the highest premium fuel or highest octane fuel that's available.
Okay, yeah.
But do you ever think, does that worry you sometimes when you're in the middle of nowhere? Because sometimes in country places, like out by me, you don't, because a lot of people don't buy the premium. So then when you buy premium, you're buying 4-year-old gas compared to the middle grade that's every 2 weeks it's getting filled.
Right. I had that problem one time. I was in El Dorado, Kansas. And I've been to El Dorado 2 times, and both times I broke down, so now I avoid it completely.
I had an interesting conversation with, and I know I should never go there, but the Valerio there on Madison, they have super cheap gas.
Yeah,
sometimes.
They do. They can really have some cheap gas. Yeah.
But I actually went in and I told him, I'm like, wait a second, your low grade is $3.68. Your mid grade is $4.99. And your high grade is almost $4.50.
Right.
And I'm like, is your pricing wrong on your low grade? He's like, no. We use that. We sell a lot of that.
Sell tons of it.
I'm like, but he's like, I'm waiting to run out of the premium.
Exactly.
Because I bought the premium at that price. I have to sell it at that price, and I'm not going to lower the price until I sell it and get a new load at a cheaper price.
That's right.
Wow.
And I'm like, so you're stuck with nobody who in their right mind wants to buy it at that price when it's so much cheaper. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's like, I don't care. I'm going to let it sit there in the tanks until enough dumb people come along and buy it at that price because they whatever didn't realize and they stop there. And
every tank under the gas station is between 10,000 and 40,000 gallons. That's what's underground. So what's underground is somewhere between 10,000 and 40,000 per tank. There's 2 tanks. One of them is going to be the low-grade gas, your 87s, and the other one's going to be the high spicy stuff, whether it's a 92, whatever their highest number is. Whatever their highest number is, that's what's in the spicy boy tank, right? So the spicy boy tank, and sometimes they'll have 2 87s, sometimes and 192, whatever, depending on the size of the gas station and honestly how affluent the neighborhood is, you find themselves. When you are in the hood, you will see that the gasoline that's in the 87 side they'll burn through that shit so fast, and every tanker truck that rolls up is segregated into 4 or 5 or 6 different chambers inside, and 4 of those chambers will be the 87, and one of the chambers will be the 92 or whatever the high number is. And when they send those out, Sheetz has their own tanker system. Sheetz runs a tanker network that's all theirs. They own it themselves. Other companies get their gas from a gas farm. We have many here in Cleveland. If you can think about the one down on Wiley in the Flats, it's a pretty big one. There's 24 big giant white tankers now, what do they call those?
Holding tanks.
Holding tanks down there. And that's where the 18-wheelers go in. They fill them up there. And if it's going to BP, they just click the knob for the 11 herbs and spices for BP. And if it's going to Shell, they click the knob the other way for the 12 herbs and spices for Shell. And everybody's got their different formulas. right?
And it's crazy because it's like a 5-gallon, like equivalent to
Yeah.
like a 5-gallon drum for 10,000 gallons.
Exactly. Right.
And that's
It's called an additive package.
It's an additive
Yeah,
package.
yeah.
Right. It's an additive package.
And I
That's
think where
exactly
you're
right.
going with this too, Phil, stop
Yeah.
me if I'm
Go right
incorrect here, but there's only 2 tanks
Yes.
there's only 2 flavors of gas
That's right.
at the gas station.
Yeah.
And if you get the mid-grade, you're getting a blend of those
It's
two
a blender
tanks.
pump.
They're-
It's a blender pump.
It's
And
just
that's
like,
why
it's just like in your kitchen faucet. You got a hot and you got
Yeah.
a cold, and you can mix them to get warm.
when you go to the pump at Sunoco and it's got the dial-o-matic pump on it or whatever, and they've got 5 or 6 different handles, you're still only grabbing from 2 tanks.
Right. Yep.
And then they give you the impression that like, oh, the 89 octane has more cleaner in it, or the 91 octane has more of this or more of that. There is not a giant tanker system underground that when you switch it, when you grab the 91 handle, there's extra soap in the fuel, right? It's not like being at the car wash when you rotate the knob and different things come out of the end of the handle, right? The self car wash. It is literally bullshit. And when you see these ideas, that's just Sunoco saying, okay, in the Sunoco package, our 87 has these 11 additives in the additives package. And nitrogen is also one of the ones where they're literally selling you air. The gallon that you buy, if it's 10% nitrogen, the nitrogen will leave the gasoline in like an hour and a half. So if you buy 10 gallons of nitrogen gas and you don't do anything with it, and it says full on your gas tank, 2 hours later you go out to start your car, it's now 10% lower because the air was in the gas. Those are oxygenator pumps. So those are agitator pumps that literally 9 gallons go in, but 10 gallons come out, if that makes sense. So that the consumer pays for 10 gallons. But in that gallon was all this additives. Was it Kawasaki and MotoGP that just figured out they could freeze their gas? So I think it was Kawasaki in this year's MotoGP that cheated by freezing their gas because when the gas was frozen, it was smaller. So they would cryo freeze their gasoline, put it in their gas tanks, their motorcycles, send them out, and that literally gave them a sneaky way to fit more gasoline in the tank. I love that. That's fucking amazing. And that's brilliant.
How did they pour it into the tank?
It's really cool.
I'm assuming it's not
like a
solid.
slushy.
It's
It's
not
like a
solid.
slushy.
It's just really super cold. Because what's the freezing point of gasoline? It's pretty low.
Oh, God, it's got to be crazy. Yeah, it's got to be crazy.
And gasoline water expands when it freezes, but I don't know. There's a breakover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everything does that.
No.
Pretty much only water does that.
Yeah, they called it the frozen fuel trick that fooled MotoGP. And look it up. There's all kinds of video anecdotal stuff about it, and they're saying now that they've now figured out different ways to catch them cheating on that. So yeah,
Doesn't sound like cheating to me. It just sounds like being smart.
now they're saying for MotoGP racing, no fuel on the motorcycle may be more than 15 degrees centigrade below the ambient temperature, which is quite a big window, by the way. Like if it's 90 degrees out, 15 degrees below that is a lot. That's a lot difference in
keep them in the
temperature.
air-conditioned trailer.
Yep, I love that. I just think but just how tight are you getting to cheat? How tight are you getting to put more gas in the tank? Yeah, let's just put in some really super cold gasoline.
Yeah.
It's super clever. Yeah, that was it. So it historically has been a well-known physics loophole to gain invisible performance advantages. I love that shit.
Well, that's
cool.
like, when I really want to pack my junk, I get really cold.
You get really cold.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it just makes it easier to put into places.
It does.
And,
Right. We all know the cold water makes everything smaller.
Yeah.
It's quite safe. Yeah, it's quite cool.
And then expands rapidly when you want it to.
It sure does. Yeah. So really what it comes down to when you're out there riding, keep in mind, use the right gas for your motorcycle. Don't try to outsmart them. Just check the owner's manual, check on groups and stuff like that. The Ducati Panigale V4, 14-1. That was the highest compression ratio I could find of a mass-produced, consumer purchasable motorcycle. Was 14-1. That's fucking.
And I bet you that
spicy.
they are asking you to use premium gas.
I'm pretty sure they actually have the gas pump at Ducati.
Yeah.
The gas is red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bruce must be listening to the podcast. He said, what did he say? Somewhere between negative 40 and 100 is the freezing point of gas.
Wow.
Which is a wide thing, but negative 40 would freeze gas. Give me an
And is
exact. Let's get an exact number there, Bruce, because it's got to be more exact than between negative 40 and 100.
Well, it depends what's in the gas, though. How much oil?
Well, I mean, yeah, and if it has alcohol,
Right.
Well, I mean,
So,
I think in the
I mean,
airports, I'm pretty sure.
don't we put alcohol in gas to keep it from
And
freezing?
it literally does. And that's the thing is, negative 40 degrees. The fun thing is we love the number negative 40 because it's the same for Fahrenheit and Celsius. That's a really cool one. So if you're like one of those guys, like negative 40 Fahrenheit is negative 40 Celsius. That's where the lines cross. And you're like, it's fucking cold. It's really, really fucking cold. And if you go down to negative 73 Celsius, that's negative 100 Fahrenheit.
28 is 82.
28 is 82. That's another handy one. That's a good one. That's fantastic. 28 is 82 and negative 40 is negative 40.
So when they say it's 34 out or something, that shit's hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate not knowing Celsius. Thanks, fucking America. Like, all the years of school, and all I know things about in foot. How many feet is that? I don't know. How many toes you got?
Right.
Like, and it's,
I learned because all the Japanese cars double it and add 32. So if
That
it's
makes
10
sense.
degrees out, you double it, that's 20. Add 32, that's 52.
yeah.
So-
Americans will do anything to not use the metric system. They'll be like, "How tall was that guy? 15 hamburgers." I mean, like, fucking always anything but the metric system, right?
I'm so happy that Bruce is starting to listen to the podcast. Maybe he'll learn something about motorcycles.
Oh, man. So you say you weigh 100 kilograms. What is that in cheeseburgers?
Yeah, right.
What's
I
that?
can't fathom
What's
it.
that in freedom units? You can't
Freedom
fathom it.
Eagle units.
Hey,
Yeah.
how
Don't
big-
get that involved.
how
Don't
big-
fucking go there.
How big is that horse? Oh, it's 13
It's
hands.
13 hands.
What? What are you talking about?
No, come on, feet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How many stone does it weigh?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
My hand or Trump's hand?
Right. You're 10
And what's
stone.
an inch?
What kind of stone?
Yeah, like what the fuck? An inch.
Oh, I've got. Oh,
Let me
man.
guess. There's 10 inches in a yard, right? No.
So
no.
the other day I was doing some stuff around the house,
Yeah.
and I have 3 tape measures in my garage, and 2 of them I've known these tape measures. I've known these tape measures for many years. I trust these tape measures. One of them is at least 40 years old. You know the one I'm talking about. Chrome case.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley on the side. You hit the button on the side, you're going to lose a finger.
Yeah.
It comes back at Mach 7, and
There's
there's
a garage
nothing.
door spring.
Yes. And there's nothing in this cocksucker that isn't metal. The whole thing is metal.
Yeah.
If you get struck by lightning on a ladder on this thing, you're going to die instantly. The other one I have is a Milwaukee, right? Which it's the one that you're supposed to be able to extend it longer than any other tape measure for that dick measuring contest all the guys do to be like, look, mine goes out 12 feet and it doesn't snap. So I have the Milwaukee tape measure that I was like, for a while I was getting into Milwaukee tools. And then I've got this other one that is kind of a suspicious origin. Not entirely sure about where it came from. I believe the word harbor was involved. And the other day, I made a distinct measurement in my shed, remembered the number in my brain, went into the garage, cut a piece of wood using the other tape measure.
Rookie mistake.
Fuck!
Yep.
Off by 3 fucking inches on 6.5 feet. How the fuck could anybody do that? 3 fucking inches. I carry this thing out. I try to squeeze it into the shed. And there's no way it's fitting into the shed. Like somebody shrunk my fucking shed.
Well, that's
in
good.
the
At least
20
you cut
minutes
it
I
too
was away.
long.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, yeah, it was great. I cut it too long. But it was the dumbest fucking thing. So I was like, I went back and measured it again. And I was like, nope. And my mistake, it took me 2 tries. Because, obviously measure twice, caught once. So I measured twice in the shed. I measured twice on the project. Different tape measure. Right? Then I went and got the offending tape measure, brought it in and tested it against the other 2 and realized, well, the other one was like just off by the distance of like the hook, a 1/16 of an inch or something. Not much at all. But then this freaking orange disaster, that fucking thing was off 3 inches at 6.5 feet.
You got a point. Like, there's all kinds of things like working in construction and things you got to calibrate and do. Like, how many people calibrate their fucking tape measure? And realistically, Like if you're going for a precise build and you use an old one, you might be off a fucking 32nd or so. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
and if you're just like, okay, I'm in a rush, give me that tape measure.
Yeah, you have no
and you're cutting a fucking window frame or something,
Yeah.
and you come up 3 inches short, well, then everything's fucked.
yeah.
I cut it twice and it's still too short.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I
we
cut
have
some
the
shit
thing.
off and it got longer. Ah.
We have the thing at the shop with the air pressure gauges. We have just. You would not believe the number of customers that bring a bike in for the oil change. Human psychology. They won't check to see if we adjusted the valves. No, because you have to be smart to do that. You have to know what you're doing to do that. They won't check to see if we changed the spark plug. You need to do work to do that. What they will check every goddamn time is their tire pressures. And they will get the bikes home usually, and they'll be like, hey, when I got home, I couldn't help but notice you guys over and or underinflated my tires, which is always my favorite when we overinflate the front tire and underinflate the back tire. That's my best is when we mix them up. And I'm like, we didn't. We didn't. Now, when we put the air in, the tires are ambient temperature. Now, you just rode the thing home and were like, I'm going to check their work. Because you've probably, I don't want to be condescending, but most of my customers may have never ridden their bikes with the correct amount of air in it. They don't know what the correct air pressure feels like because I have quizzed them.
I put 30 pounds in every tire I ever filled up.
Every tire on the planet.
That's what you get. 30 pounds.
You get 30 fucking
You
pounds.
came in with 0, you get 30 pounds. I don't care what you came in with. If you came in with 20, you get 30. If you came in with 10, you get 30. If you came in with 35, I leave it alone. 30.
The KLR said 19 on the side.
30.
19 on the frame.
Bring in a KLR. I'll put 30 pounds in.
Brand new KLR 650 says 19 front and back. Not 19 on the front, 23 in the back.
You want to air it down when you hit the trails, bucko?
It
Feel
says
free.
1919 for the Dunlops. And so the Dunlops it came with from the factory. And what's funny is on the frame rail on the side of the KLR, it says with the Dunlops. And then it also says with not Dunlops.
I would set
right?
your auto inflator at like 28, and that would
just be forever.
Everybody gets 28.
Right.
I'm
Because
not fucking around.
These manufacturers now have got a lot of my tires are we're doing it 42. 44 PSI.
I've got one digital, very expensive digital inflator.
Right.
And it gets exactly what it says on the fucking sticker.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
And when they call you out, you go, no, he did it the fucking sticker.
Well, and what I learned is with the Ryobi that John got me, the Ryobi inflator, that it is 2 PSI under. So if I inflate the tire to 40, the actual pressure in the tire will be 38.
My Ryobi's the same way.
And I have tested it all the way down to about 20 PSI. And at 20 PSI showing, it's 18 on my known good digital gauge. Now, here's what's weird, is I went to the new little Ryobi with the hose and just a square thing that you punch the number in on the top and it stays there. That one is DOB, dead on balls.
Well, that's the one on mine that's 2 off.
That's 2 off,
Yeah, so-
right? So I have one Ryobi that's 2 high, and I have one Ryobi that is perfectly on the money. And I've tested them several times. Now, we have the customers call because they're reading the number on the side of the tire. That's a greatest hits, by the way. It's,
Yeah.
Well, the side of the tire says 40, and I know that's what you're supposed to fill to. That's in lieu of a door sticker on your car, right?
If you had the time to sit there and go and check the tire pressure, why didn't you just set it and put the right amount in it for yourself?
Well, how come when the bike came
Why
in...
haven't they done it for the past 2
Thank
years
you.
of riding the fucking
when the
bike?
bike comes in and it's got 8 in it,
Exactly.
Right?
30.
and you're like, the one time you're going to check
30.
it is after you've paid for a service.
You get 30.
How about that goofy Motor Marini tire pressure they give you? Well, okay, how about fucking Kimco's insisting on, and Motor Marini's too, they're only on the gauge for the Motor Marini, it gives you in kilopascals.
Yep.
Kilopascals. And, if you have a down and dirty in your head trick to go from kilopascals to PSI, I want to know.
I just clicked the button.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Wolfram Alpha.
You get 30.
Well, because
There's Johnny's
You
down
only
dirty
need to
trick.
know one number.
You asked
John,
for it.
John
Right.
just needs to look up what 30
Well,
is in
the funny part is-
kilopascals.
it's 206 kilopascals.
There we go.
The
That's
funny
all
part
you
is,
need.
literally for 30 years, I've had 3236 drilled into my fucking skull.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
So you take 200. What did you say?
It's apparently kilopascals is 206.843.
So if you take 206 and divide it by 30, you can get a pretty good idea of how many kilopascals is
like
a
7.
PSI, right?
Yeah. So yeah,
That
right.
might not be like a linear equation.
I think
Right.
every
It's
time
not a linear equation because the other one that we see on Kimco's is if you have a Kimco bike, then you're going to become familiar with bar.
Bar is just atmospheric pressure.
That's 14.5.
right.
Right.
Well, 14.7. I think.
Depending on where you are.
I don't know of any tire that won't be happy with 30.
I'm beginning to come around,
30.
John.
I think John's going to be like 30 bar. Okay, 30 bar.
You know what's
Right.
really, what's really fun to discuss tire pressures
Because
with?
30 bar is 435 psi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite talking about
30.
tire pressure is on the Track Addicts forum.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
my fucking
Yeah,
God. These guys, what do you mean you left at 26? That's way too at 25.2.
Right.
Because then you're going to heat it up. When you come in, you got to measure off the heat.
But are you
No,
running Rotella or are you
Yeah.
running Redline?
Right. It's fucking. And like, okay,
If you're running AMSoil, you can run 26.5.
But my favorite part is when it's like the other guys that I saw in novice and intermediate
Yeah.
arguing about this, and I'm like, you don't have to.
It
worry
doesn't
about
matter. You're
that.
cool, man. You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Round and black. You're good. You got this. Yeah, I sucked. I went out on Chang Shin's. Did great.
Yep.
Yeah, I was racing a bunch of other people who sucked. Yeah, I went out on Chang Shin's and came in with a trophy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the kilopascals on the dashboard of the fucking Moto Morini. You hit to the data screen, and you're like, if there's anything there, they should have given you the ability to change.
Right.
It should be the fucking KPA to BAR to PSI.
I got it beat. I got it beat. So I turn down reviews all the time of dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
But like I've been riding the TNT again quite a bit, and the speedometer's off, and it was pissing me off. And I was like, you know what? I'll take one of these fucking GPS things,
Sure.
and review it, and I'll put it on the thing, and it'll be a cool little speedometer, right?
Right.
So I get the thing, and it's this big round thing, and it's hideous, and I'm like, yeah, this thing sucks, but whatever. It does like all the stuff. So I'm going through all the functioning. It does GPS. It does all the things. It's all working. The app's working. I'm like, okay, maybe this thing doesn't suck.
Pretty good.
So I'm like, let's get the speedometer up.
Right.
Okay, there's kilometers per hour. Go to the app, and it shows miles per hour. And I'm like, okay. And I hit miles per hour, and I then the thing, and I reboot it and do all this. So I send an email to him, like, hey, I'm trying to do this review. Everything seems to be working pretty good, but I'm trying to get the unit to show miles per hour because, we're here in America, and,
Right.
and it's
Right.
miles per hour. I'm
units,
sorry.
Right.
She goes, let me talk to an engineer, and I'll get back to you.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So then she comes back, and she goes, yeah, that's not part of this system. It doesn't do that.
It
And I'm
doesn't
like-
do miles per hour.
So I'm like, so what do you want me to do with this
right.
thing?
How would you like the test to go?
Yeah, like this video is going. This can be a fun video,
Right.
now.
So what you're telling me is this company does not want to do business in England
Right.
or U.S., right? Nuh-uh. No,
Also,
no way.
my answer would be like, we will be sending you a firmware update into because how
Oh,
could it-
yeah, sure.
But they were like, yeah, this unit doesn't do that, so they're not even willing to like change the fucking code.
That's like a line of code. I mean, you
Yeah,
just
right.
have to
That's what I'm saying.
Convert a number.
'Cause
The
it's
United
literally-
States, the United Kingdom, Liberia, Myanmar, and Caribbean territories all use miles per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the app
which is
already
where
does it.
you'll find a lot of motorcycles.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dumb, man.
That's crazy.
So I
the
get
U.S. and Myanmar, world leaders.
Fucking Myanmar.
So
God damn it.
short answer, we can't recommend this one.
Yeah. Well, I can recommend
No,
it,
it
as
works
long as
great.
you don't need miles per hour.
Right.
I was
yeah.
going to try
the
to
poor
find,
Liberians.
when I work on the video, I'm going to try to find a sign that has like 35 mph and just stand next to it and be like, yeah, no.
50K. Sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
right. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough if you can't multiply 0.6 real fast in your head.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
especially when the whole point of the attractive aspect of
Is
it
that you just glance at it.
Yeah.
It's right in your line of sight.
Right.
Right. You're not meant to have to think about it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It's dopey. Yeah. And motorcycle manufacturers that are having these screens, I always love obviously you turn the key on and all the things the screen can do light up for a brief moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have half of that shit.
I know.
All these things light up, and I'm like, ambient temperature would be a fucking godsend.
And it was right there.
And it's there. Some nerd just needs to turn it on.
Yeah.
right?
Here's one for you. My BMW, which is kind of tech heavy.
Sure. Oh yeah.
The thermometer gives you increments of 0.9. So it'd be 35.9.
Are you fucking
then
kidding
it'll go
me?
to 36.8.
No, wait. So it's always 0.9.
No, it'll go up in increments of 0.9.
Right, understood.
Because the computer is taking the metric Celsius and it's
And
converting
backwards
it.
converting it for you.
Why don't they just give you the real number?
Christ.
Right.
Oh my
So
God.
if the thermometer in the car or on the
Right.
bike, if it goes up 1 degree Celsius,
It's
that equates to 0.9.
0.9 Fahrenheit, which
Plus-
it
plus the
doesn't,
32.
but yeah, plus 32, exactly.
So, but it always goes up and down in
Oh, that's
increments
crazy.
of 0.9.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're like, yeah, they could have. They just could have. Everything is now, Tom was way ahead on this thing. All the base model Vespas are now TFT. You cannot get a Vespa anymore with a moving needle.
Well, you think about
Even
it.
the fucking Liberties, which are made in Vietnam, are TFTs.
Well, you think about it. So when I got this truck, I was like, "Ooh, look at these big screens!"
Right.
Right? And you're like, "Oh," and then you kind of get sick of them after 2 minutes, and you're like, "I missed the gauges." And then you realize those screens cost the manufacturers $1,
Right.
And they can do whatever they want compared to that gauge that even on the best day, the cheapest gauges had to be
Well,
2-3 times that.
Sure.
The mechanical aspect of the last model Vespa speedometer probably costs more than TFT.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
it sweeps
Right.
when you turn it on. So it's electric.
Yeah.
But it still has one needle that has to sweep across the board and come back and then register the whole way through.
Well, and if you look to the Vespa, you know what? When they first came, when I was working there, and the GTS 300s came with the screens, it was like it was kind of coincidental that they're the exact size of the last generation phones.
Yeah. Cool. That's what Tom used to say. Tom would be like, if you don't think that's literally just a low market Android jammed in a plastic box,
Well,
you're wrong.
You can buy
Coincidental.
Yeah.
You can buy the Android tablets for $15 now.
That's what I'm saying.
Was it Fortnite that got his Africa Twin wet
Yes.
and found out it was astronomically expensive?
It was like $3,500.
Yeah, we did.
But that's what I love about mine. It don't have that. It's just
Right.
a number.
Yeah.
It's an LCD
It's an
number.
LCD number. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember many, many moons ago, we had a customer leave his bike outside in a pretty good rain. And it wasn't even like, this is another inexcusable thing in motorcycles. There shouldn't be no way in the world your motorcycle's dashboard should ever become full of water.
Right.
Like full of fucking water. And this guy brought this thing in, and the entire 3/4 of the bottom of the LCD display was just
Like an
you
aquarium.
It was an aquarium.
Like
Yeah, that's all it was.
Tadpoles swimming in there.
The worst story that I have about the whole speedometer thing was when I worked for you, and unfortunately, I totaled a Piaggio X9 trying to figure out why the right front turn signal wouldn't blink. And I took the bike completely apart looking for a turn signal relay, and that's
It's in the
before
speedometer.
that's before we that's how we realized now that things had progressed to where everything's inside. We had to replace the speedometer.
We had to replace the speedometer assembly because now the turn signals are in the ECUs.
Yeah.
So if your turn signal flasher goes bad, it's only an $1,100 ECU. This is fuck, man.
I took the whole. I'm like, where the fuck is the turn
Oh yeah,
signal?
you had gutted
the
that thing.
The turn signal working. Everything worked.
Well,
I'm
remember
like,
we turned it on and we were like, click, 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 and we were going around the bike with our ear holes. Like, where's the clicks coming from? I was like, it's like right behind the speedometer, above the headlight,
The right turn signal works.
behind the turn signal. Right,
the left
behind-
rear works.
Right.
The front.
The front right does not work.
So let me ask you something.
So fucking cruel.
With modern trucks, cars, motorcycles, everything, right?
Yeah.
So you have a TFT display.
Right.
You have an LCD turn signal.
Right.
Why does my fucking truck still go thunk thunk?
I know.
Thunk, thunk.
Right.
Did they?
It's fake.
Yeah.
It has to
It's
be
fake.
right.
It has to be fake.
I mean, you need to know that your turn signal's
Right.
on, and it needs an audible something.
But I can feel the thing. It feels like there's a relay in there.
It's probably playing it over your radio.
Yeah.
Even when the radio is off.
Right.
Oh,
I
mother.
mean, it's like those,
It's in your
like
sound
those-
system.
Come on, remember the live wire that gave you the crotch the crotch
They're-
vibration?
They're stupid
the
cars.
vibration of freedom.
Ford
There's stupid
F-150s
cars
do
that
that.
have external speakers
Yeah.
under the car to make the vroom vroom noise
to make
because
the vroom vroom noises come from the back.
yeah, vroom 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 vroom. Okay,
It's a Tesla.
I got behind I got behind one of those brand new Dodge Charger Daytona, whatever the fuck they call them now.
Yeah.
Electric car,
Yeah.
and it's got an audible speaker in the rear end to make the vroom vroom noise, so you don't sound, so it doesn't make the whoosh noise.
Well, it's got to make some sort of noise because, like, our hybrid electric has the pass system.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
and it
always tell when
sounds
they
like
pass
you're.
by the- yeah,
it
it
sounds
sounds
like
like a UFO
magical
when they pass by the
music
garage.
whenever you're going slow. So because it's
Right.
so quiet, you wouldn't, So
Yeah,
people
We
can't
always
hear
talked
it.
about the
Which it would be much nicer if it was like a low rumble. It was kind of like a blah, 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 blah.
the Pizza Hut
Oh no,
scooters
this
in
made
Europe.
this made the whole stupid, rumbly grumbly noise like it had a real V8
like
in
a
it,
V8 in it.
and like it made the "I'm a big boy" noise at
Right.
the stoplight because you revved the button.
Yeah. You rev the button. the Pizza Hut or Little Caesars delivery scooters, they said, European law said it has to make noise. It's a silent vehicle. It's electric. We don't want you hitting people. You're going to be like pulling up on the curb to deliver pizzas and stuff. So they're like, it has to make a noise. Okay. And they made it say pizza, 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 pizza. As it's driving around, I was like, that's fucking genius right there. That is fucking genius. That is great. Because it also makes you hungry.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, I'll have pizza. That's a great idea. I'm so glad I came up with it. Yeah. If I was doing that at Mid-Ohio, I would have the golf carts full of pizza, and I would literally just have a recording of just pizza, 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 as I just went around. Because that'd be like 3 lanes over, people would be like, you hungry? I'm kind of hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Oh,
pizza,
fuck
pizza,
yeah, man.
pizza,
I would be
pizza,
great.
pizza, pizza, pizza.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, your sales would triple. Absolutely. Yeah. It'd be like,
You need like a little burner, just like a
If-
cigarette lighter.
oh,
And
If only we had a
Oh,
Honda,
you mean the
drops a-
aroma.
that drops a little sauce and cheese.
if only we had a Honda Gyro.
yeah, right. No. I actually
that TGB pizza delivery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have it. Yep, we do. Yeah, I saw there was a TGB the other day on Marketplace for like $100.
Yep.
We need that motor.
You've got one in the back of the shop. You said.
do we?
Yeah, the yellow and blue one.
Well, the
That's
yellow and
everybody's-
blue one can be made into a nice running bike again.
Well, the red one looked really nice. It only had like
Yeah.
200 miles on it. I sent it out to the
Yeah.
list.
That
I
would
was like,
be a
somebody should
good
go
one
get
to
this.
buy just to get the motor to dump into our pizza bike. Because
Yeah.
the pizza bike would be fun. The TGB pizza bike. The guy was using it to deliver. He was a dental implant specialist type dental thing where they were fabricating all the teeth and all that stuff. And he would whip around Cleveland. That was his company. And he would use that scooter. He'd whip around Cleveland and pick up all the molds from all the different dentists and then take them back to their shop where they'd make all the things. And then he'd whip around Cleveland delivering the things back to the dentist. Big money operation. But the guy who was running it was like allergic to oil and maintenance. And so it turns out about 36,000 kilometers is as far as they can go with the factory oil in them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good run.
I thought it was a pretty good run. I wasn't even mad. I was like, that's pretty good. And it came in dry as a bone. And there was a 100% no doubt it was seized.
Oh, we used the R9s for rental scooters in New Orleans, and they got the shit beat out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you
a
couldn't
very
you
durable
couldn't
bike.
destroy them.
Yeah, it was a very, very durable bike. So, so if we can get one that, like, just a motor for $100 is brilliant. I would love
Well,
that. TGB's like less than 2 years old, and it's a nice bike. It's a good nick. So yeah, pop a new motor in there and yiddy up. So that'd be a good one. Anybody else got anything else? Nah, man. I think that's it. Oh,
No.
yeah.
No.
All right.
I was trying to get John.
You were trying to get what? He just dozed off briefly. He's been great. The whole podcast, he's been awake. Yeah, it's fantastic. All right. If nobody's got anything else, everybody get your ass ready for Mid-Ohio. Because
Yeah,
this is
seriously.
it. You should be elbows deep in a project. You should be elbows deep in some stuff you want to sell and have a good idea of a plan of attack for stuff you want to buy.
I need a teenager who wants to work on motorcycles.
Yes, so do we.
Wait.
Make sure you lead with the wanting to work on motorcycles part.
I need a teenager.
For a reminder, next week, unless you guys do a different thing, I'm going to be out of town.
That's
so
right.
No podcast.
That's
I'm
right.
doing autocross week with my work. So.
Well, I did just drop one from the vaults.
Okay.
And it was a pretty good one for the vaults because it was episode 32, which happened to be the launch of the Honda Grom.
Oh, wow.
So it was Dustin and I sitting and talking about what a Honda Grom was. What is a Honda Grom? What does it mean to you? And everything else. And that's kind of a fun episode to look back on 13 years
to
later.
See what your thoughts were.
And to see what our thoughts were on the Honda Grom.
And then how did you fare?
I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Because the things that we said were problematic, like the 4-speed transmission and stuff, they addressed it. So the stuff that we had a problem with, we were pretty much the target audience for that, and we got it right.
You know, you speak of launches, and Honda for so long was relaunching and launching the Honda CB754, you know what I mean, the Super Sport?
The Super Sport.
It's there. It exists now, and you can buy it.
You can buy it.
Who cares? I no longer even care because they took so fucking long that it's like, okay, great, now it's available. Well,
and ZX Motors
I'm no longer even excited about it because I was excited about it for like 3 or 4 years.
Is it here in the U.S.?
I think so.
You think so?
I think it's actually on the Honda Motors.
Is it really?
Check it out.
Oh man!
But I mean,
that sucks that they
went to production. It's available, but nobody cares. Now.
Nobody cares. Oh, that sucks.
I think. I mean,
oh man!
Or am I mistaken?
No, I'm pulling it up right now. But I just need to know at this point because I'm very, okay. There's the CB1000F. Yeah. All right. Grom, Dax, Monkey Trail. It's all there. Yep. I haven't seen it just yet, but I haven't gotten to the bottom of the list yet.
I thought it was available now. I mean, like they actually are producing them, and you can buy one.
Wow, man! Yeah, the 500 Hornet's there. The 650 RE clutch is there.
The 500 Hornet. That's the one is that the silver and blue one?
The CB1000F is the silver and blue one.
Yeah,
at $10,599 for a 1,000 cc motorcycle.
Great. I don't even care.
I don't even care.
I don't care.
I don't know this person.
Salty bastard.
I don't think. I think we have to take away the Honda part of the whisper.
Does it take? Was it like 10 years? They were.
I got a '77 Gold Wing. I don't need it.
They teased it for like so long. It's like I don't care.
Well, and that's I had a customer come in just the other day that was talking about, yeah, man, I'm going to get the SCL 500, and I went. SCL 500. What the fuck is that?
Scrambler.
And I was like, SC, it's got to be a scrambler, right? So I was like, okay, so it's a scrambler with the Rebel 500 powertrain, right?
Yeah.
And I totally had spaced on it. Like you said, it's just, we talked about it. It was vaporware for a minute. It exists. It's a thing you can buy. It's $7,000. And it's, again, quit painting things black, Honda. If you want them to be memorable, don't paint them black. It is not your best color. Flat black is not your best color.
Can't they just afford the last fifth of the gas tank? And just fucking bring it down to the front. That pisses me off. If that had a normal gas tank,
I do agree.
It would be a fucking decent looking.
If it had a regular
different colors
gas tank,
of it. There are different colors, and they look way better. There's a blue one that has a white high fender on the front that looks really good.
Okay, but still, give it a fucking gas tank. That little fucking it looks like a dude in New York City skating the helmet launch.
I have never been one of the douchebags, or I won't say douchebags, 'cause that's kind of harsh. I've just never been one of the people who doesn't like black rims, blacked out cars. I'm not murdering it. No. That's colors.
Exactly right.
I like Honda candy colors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on their website right now. Their website is just black. It is
they made.
so
I think
boring.
there's even an orange one.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, I saw an orange one. It looked really good one time. It was like semi-custom.
Then somebody better call their web developer because it is not.
Are you looking at special edition, the midnight special edition?
But Honda's like one new color a year. Like the monkeys are like this year. This will be the color of monkey you can get.
They're really catering to the goth crowd.
Speaking of the devil, guess what's available in black now?
The monkey,
the hunter
black
cub,
monkey,
the hunter cub.
Oh, the hunter cub's in black.
And guess who bought one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it shiny black or flat black?
Shiny.
Because they had the flat black for a while.
And the hunter cub?
Yeah, hunter cubs. No, sorry, not Hunter Cub.
Super Cub.
Right. Yeah, God, so confused. There's so much going on.
Uncle Dave Nolan bought a black Cub.
Is it, so it's a shiny black Hunter Cub.
Yep.
And
That's
he
cool.
sparkled the fuck out of it.
Good.
He calls it his Amazon trail. Because he bought everything off Amazon.
He bought everything on Amazon.
He's got dollars of gear strapped onto that thing.
I think he's got more invested in accessories than he had for the bike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they were
that's
riding
cool.
today, actually.
Yeah, they
Hold
were,
on.
yeah.
I got pictures of those.
Oh, that's
dudes.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, Honda's website, I got to tell you, I am on Honda's website, SCL 500, 2026 or 2025. It says build your own, and at no point does it let you put any color on it. I've been playing with this website for fucking 2 minutes, and I seriously, it will not let me add anything other than black. It's so angry. Yeah, it's not great. No, it's not great. But hey, that's cool.
Black on black.
Black on black on black on black on black on
Hey,
black.
for a low buck bike that
Yeah.
you could ride anywhere,
Yeah.
that Scrambler is a pretty hot deal.
That is? For
you
$7,000?
You could take it on gravel roads. You could take it on a road trip. You could, you're not going to do highway miles on it. I mean,
No.
you
Let's
could.
be honest, though. I mean, what I would take on a gravel road is just about anything. So
I know, but for the same price, you could have a Marini 450, and I'm sorry, that's a good looking.
You
bike
could.
compared to that.
You could. And you could have a Marini, you could have a Vittori 450 and put another $500 worth of shit on it,
Yeah.
and it's got a 3-year warranty.
I would ride my Goldwing on a
Yeah,
gravel
exactly.
road. I mean, like,
I mean, you could thrash that thing. I would hop on that thing and take it anywhere.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too streety for my tastes. I know it says the word scramble on it, but, those hips don't lie, and neither does that low exhaust system. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, they were like, but the back end is high.
Yeah, they were like, well, we scramblered the shit out of the exhaust. We wanted to make sure that it passed the scrambler test. Your girlfriend has a burn on her thigh.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So we made sure we got that. Well, what about the entire very expensive exhaust system and the catalytic converter, which is at the lowest point of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Well,
Where
you're not
gonna-
supposed to scrambler over anything over 5.5 inches tall.
Yeah, because that's pretty
Right.
much that's typical scrambler smashing pipe area.
It is. It definitely is.
My CB500X was the same way, though.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that's the thing.
Just don't take it over any speed tables.
Right. Don't. Yeah, it's just like every time we see video of the KLE 500, the new Kawasaki, every video I've ever watched of it, there's always that point where it smashes the bottom of the bike. Every video I've ever watched, there is some point where the bike gets high centered. And it doesn't matter whether it's like, oh, they're just trying to like mute the audio so you don't hear that smash sound, or change the video so you don't see the rider who was like, I have suspension, I am the suspension.
Well, I think Brian F9 added audio. I think he added some thunks and
Oh,
stuff.
so it was
when
just like when it hit the bottom, it was like cha-ching.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, he pointed it out. He said this. That was a good review.
It's fine. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a good review. I've noticed there's something formulaic, maybe I might say, in the reviews,
Yeah.
where they're like, okay, this thing sucks. This thing sucks bad. This does this wrong. This does that wrong. This does this wrong. This does that wrong. But we really love it. And it does these things really, really, really
Well, that's
average.
the Jeremy Clarkson.
It is the Clarkson.
That's the
Yeah.
flip.
That's the flip.
Because
It's
they
the
always
flip.
be like, this car is unyielding.
Right.
This
Yeah,
car
it's
should
awful.
not be
It's terrible.
made. It's
It's
awful.
ridiculous.
Like,
This
which
is
makes
the worst
right.
scrambler
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah, and
Which
that's
is
why we
why
love it.
we love it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking bastards.
Yeah.
Like, we made fun of Cycle World when they did that, where they're like, they didn't know how to give a bad review. So you'd be like, it was a motorcycle that was arguably an awful motorcycle. And they'd be like, yeah, well, there needs more dampening the front end and whatever. And you're like, no, this bike is fucking tragic. This is a shitty bike. No,
back then
it's
they were lucky to get a bike and
Right.
be able to review
To
it.
review it.
Like,
Yeah.
so we don't want to be
You
like,
didn't want to turn
known
off the
as-
pipeline.
Yeah, like we're going to give you a somewhat favorable review if
Yeah.
you give us a free bike to ride.
Yeah, there's a couple of online magazines right now that are like that. And I'm always very suspicious because the usual suspects will always send me links to like, hey, look at how great.
Something is.
I'm not going to try to say the name of the bike because it'll be obvious which fucking bike I'm talking about. But it'll be a bike that we're all like, no, that's going to be bad. Mm-hmm. And then there's this one particular publication out there that always says how great everything is. And you're like, no, it's not great. It can't be great. You can't rate everything 10 stars. You
Right.
just can't do it. This is ridiculous.
Well,
3 stars.
You can
Right.
see that on YouTube when like a brand is trying to come out with something new.
Right.
And then all these people will do reviews
Yes.
or opening things, and everything's like, I can't believe this. Look at this thing.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's like they got the script.
Yeah, it is definitely.
So you get that. I get offered all the time paid posts.
Yes.
Where they're like, we will pay you $500 to give us a positive thing of this product.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know why any motorcyclist needs a hair curler, so I have no interest in my...
You know what? I'll review it. Well, how much money are we talking there?
Yeah. It's pretty bad. The ones I get all the time are like, we want to feature you on this podcast.
Yeah.
But first you have to feature our guy on your podcast. And that's just going to cost you $500. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. It's not going to happen. Hey, Dave Swearingen, thanks for spending time with us, guys. The 10 whole fucking dollars, man.
Likewise, Mr.
Swearingen just played us out.
Wait. You think we're spending time with you?
Yeah.
So, hey, Phil.
We just invited you into Tom's basement.
So we took the tour through Toronto on the way to band camp.
Yeah.
And I passed Swearingen Bats
Swearingen Bats
in Toronto. And he's
Really?
in Toronto, right?
He's very close to Toronto.
I was going to say it can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, well, it's got to be Swearingen family. It's
Right.
probably thick in those hills down there. Yeah.
So it was really wild. I looked up and I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Oh my God, it's Swearingen.
Swearingen.
I hate to belabor the point, but has anybody even seen a review of the CB1000F? The fantastic bike that was supposed to come out? That's available on their website.
It's available on their website right now.
Has anybody
I have not.
Has anybody this is the best bike?
I have not.
It beats the Kawasaki
I don't know if they've-
900.
Right.
Hey, Honda, if you send us one, we'll review it and give you
yeah.
a positive
It's
review.
such a fucking.
I mean,
We
John
will
won't.
review the hell out of it.
John won't, and Grumpy Sewer guy will give you 3 stars. And
Yeah,
the rest of us
I'll
will take
review
them.
it.
There's a couple of videos out there, but yeah.
Yep. That's his cousin.
That's
Yeah.
his cousin.
God, man,
wild.
that's his
I
cousin.
literally
That's
looked up, I
fantastic.
saw that.
He
Thank you
is
for
his
the
own
picture.
grandpa. He is his own grandpa.
Swearingen Bats. I love it. That's cool. Swearingen, like bats, like what kind of bats?
I assume it's baseball bats.
Oh,
or something,
baseball
'cause
bats.
it was downtown on Main Street in Toronto.
Oh.
Because I
You
said,
were downtown Toronto, Ohio.
Well, I had the wrong address stuck in, so I
Oh.
ended up in that dude's field. Because
Gotcha.
instead of going to Irondale, which is where it is,
Right.
I went to Toronto,
Yeah.
but up the hill. And I've been up Main Street a million times.
Yeah.
In the old days, that's the way you used to go, and then you turn right to the left.
John, those motorcycles have arrived in the U.S., by God. I had to check. I couldn't believe it. But yes, they have arrived in dealers. There are dealers in America that have that motorcycle that we have. Here's to Honda. Here's for Honda. Stealth launch. Well done. I didn't think it was possible. You managed to sneak one past us.
You teased it for 10 years. Then it came here, and there's not a peep about it. There's not it was
Nothing.
Did we see one at the AIM Expo?
Nothing.
We didn't.
Nothing.
Well, does it come in
Fuck.
any color other than black?
Yeah, it does. It comes in silver and blue.
How stupid
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
They did the same thing when they brought the Africa Twin out, though. They talked about it for like 3 or 4 years
They
until
did.
it finally hit the market. And
Yeah.
they
It's
were
been
like,
more than 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but the African Twin, everybody had a review over it. Like you were inundated with marketing from the Africa Twin, but the CB1000F, there's nothing. There's just nothing at all. In fact, the internet's not sure whether it's a CB1000 or a CB1100F.
Dude, you're not kidding about that. When that Africa Twin was getting promoted, I
Yeah.
went through like boxes of tissue and fucking lube and it was everywhere, man. I was like, oh my God, I have to buy this motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to buy that one.
Sure.
That's going to be the next Hawk GT or the GB500, where it was a fantastic bike and it cost a lot of money to make, but sales flopped and it lasted for 2 years and they got rid of it.
They got rid of it.
And then
That's
we buy them
exactly
in
it.
5 years for $2,000.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly it. Yep. Congratulations. I believe that 1989 was one of my favorite years for Honda. They failed up so hard, it was ridiculous. 1989, Honda just made some beautiful shit and couldn't sell one of them. Like, everything they had was amazing to me.
Their marketing and the design paint fucking teams.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. They just failed up so fucking hard.
All right,
and
I'm done with
yeah,
this.
you're done with it.
They gotta bring back the one guy. Honda needs to bring back the one guy that always was like making them red, white, and blue with gold rims.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just make that. Just do
Bring that guy back.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every bike. Just make
Who was
it.
our buddy from the AMA? I forget his name. I mean, like, he was back in the 80s. He was doing some good
Mitch
stuff.
Bowen.
Mitch Bowen.
Yeah, Mitch Bowen.
He
Yeah.
He would have made that happen.
He would have made that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a new PC 800, red, white, and blue with gold rims.
Yeah.
Onboard storage, 112 horsepower.
Yeah.
85 torques. Right?
We need the NC 750 XXX.
Then yes, the NCXX.
18 inches of suspension.
Yes. Red, white, and blue livery, gold tubeless wheels. Yeah, fucking build it. That's a good idea. I think everyone would like that.
Evil Dead said I was getting sponsored ads for the CB1000F nonstop for a week on Instagram.
Really? There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, sponsored ads.
So John,
on the gram.
Maybe John, they figured out that you're not the Honda whisperer
You might
anymore, and
not.
they're just not feeding you ads about it.
And they're feeding you ads? Or
No,
my,
No,
ads or anybody
no,
ads?
not at
I mean,
all.
No.
I'll be the
maybe now
first
that
one to
we've
tell
sent
you.
CB1000F to our phones, they'll start popping up.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to see.
Oh, 100%.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's been like 10 years of waiting for this thing to happen. Then it happened, and it's like,
Yeah. Just we're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. If anybody's got nothing else, fuck it. Ride fast. Take chances. Play us out here, Johnny Mac.
Bum, 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 bum.
2 hours, 41 minutes. A little improvement over our 3-hour podcast with the boys from Janice. Eject. Get us out of here, sleepy.
Like I said, countdown timer.
Countdown time.